1, 2. Yo.
Now we come to the payoff. Mic
check.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
Food is a metaphor for information.
Yo, get your head around this. The concept, 2 men about this. Trissy sack effect, freckles, respect rebels. We'll take the stairs, you stay there. It's next level. Put up the frame, they couldn't see the vision. I'll take the blame when it comes to fruition. From 4 to 3, and then we lost 1. I won't cause a scene cause camera's on, son.
It's a Bushkin podcast.
You look up, understand. You're in the dark with the sharks, it's a bloodbath. We got the mics, it's a fight, had a tough start. Now got the stripes, it's in sight, it's all love car. Morgan Heights, it's food for the mind. A feast for the palate, you can eat the design. Serial killer with a splash of cold milk. These men are built away lactic acid hold skills. Yo, give me the space, we need the mic. You know the vibes. Camera, action, lights. We do what we do, we say what we like. It's the FFE. It's the FFE. It's the FFE. It's the FFE.
All right, respectfully, yeah. Sam Smith, get
Bro. Wait, hold on.
bro. Respectfully.
Wait.
Respectfully.
What double S do to you, bro?
Listen, I saw that whole Grammys performance.
I ain't watched that.
I saw some of it, and I'm like, this. Are you all right? Cool. We know you're gay. We get it.
Is he?
Oh, that's a point. What is he?
Just throw man on that bus. They might not want him on that bus. They might say that bus is full because you don't know what you are. Don't come join us.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
Don't get us cancelled before we started.
You gotta relax, bro. You just put that in that box.
I found. So hold on a minute. I'm just finding out. I sit down here. I'm looking on the laptop. Mm-hmm. Boom. We're talking about paying for my water at the shop.
Yeah.
£2.50 minimum charge. Mm-hmm. They're not allowed to charge you anymore. And if they tell you you got to pay more money, if they say to you, it's £3, it's £4 you got to spend, that's against the law.
But isn't it the minimum? The minimum spend they tell you, they can't even tell you that.
They can't tell you nothing like that.
So even if they tell you £2.50 minimum spend, they can't even tell you that, brethren.
I swear I didn't know that.
See, I got to come on them often. We come and get the knowledge. Hey, that was good, yeah?
We drop gems on here, you know.
Okay. Public strikes. What's going on?
But hold on. But then,
what's up?
The flip side of that is when you're in a rush to get some money out of the cash machine.
Yeah.
You go to them little hole in the wall type ones and they go to you, $1.95.
Oh, that's
what do you do?
It's like £1. You got to pay like £100. It's like £100 you got to pay just to take out money, bruv. What's going on?
What type of bank account you got?
I need that same one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, we might have to review the contract. This guy, £100 to take
money.
Do you know what? I don't even go in a hole in the wall that often still. I don't actually draw out cash.
Yeah, that's it. No,
it's just
tap.
Nowadays,
that's how they got us, innit? The tappers. But it's so convenient.
Are you both card payments, tapping, or you lot on that pay thing? Like, what is it? Apple Pay?
It depends. If I'm making a quick turn, a quick run, I'll Apple Pay. Apple Pay, I don't even think cards have a certain limit in it. Like the contactless, you can only go up to like they bumped it up after COVID to like £100 or something because it used to be around £35, £40 was your max you could do contactless. Yeah. Then you had to put it in and then put your pin in for anything more than that. But I'm at Apple Pay until it's just convenient. Even when I'm sneaker shopping.
Card and cash. I still roll with cash. I'm old school. Look at cash, and then card. You understand?
Normal.
I hear that, man. I hear that.
I was saying public strikes because you brought that up earlier, and you said this is one of the topics you kind of want to top on.
Yeah, it's just like we're in an era right now where strikes are happening almost every other week.
Topical.
And it's like, I'm all for it because at the end of the day, if you don't do something, then they're just gonna assume you're happy with the circumstances in which you operate, regardless.
So is it the schools that are striking?
The teachers.
The teachers are striking.
Then you had the nurses.
And TFL.
Yep.
But it's the trains, isn't it?
A couple train drivers, it was more the railways, like the overhead ones.
Underground did strike one
and
time.
then they had some as well. Yeah, like a 3 day.
Yep. Catching that one time.
You had the teachers. Who else, man? I feel like there was someone random who started striking like butchers or something. Like, I can't remember who it was.
Man don't want to sell their meat.
Out there with their, you know what I mean, with their shags.
Man them do it.
You know what I mean?
My God.
But it's mad. Like, I just feel like since what's his name? Rushy, right?
Man can't get their goat. Man can't get their curry goat again.
Bruh, it's peak. Like him, have you noticed when him or like the women are in the house of number 10, a lot of BS goes down, like bare strikes. When Marmad was there, Boris, I just want the British public to know that when he was there, these things didn't seem to be happening, bro.
Yeah, it's real. It's a real thing.
That's the truth.
And then when they put a brother in charge of the finances, he was in charge of the economy.
It went left.
And then people were saying, well, you shouldn't put a Ghanaian in charge of, you should have put a Nigerian Donny in there. And it's like, well, it's mad, bruv. It's mad.
I need all three of you to congratulate me.
That's not how it works, though.
I need you all to... I've stopped watching porn. I am no longer a wanker.
Congratulations.
I'm serious. You lot think it's a joke. Like, I swear down. Right. I was overexposed to porn.
Oh my God. So you had an addiction, yeah?
I had an addiction. No, real talk.
Okay,
I'm being honest.
Now you're being serious.
Wait, so what are we talking like? Sarah J, Maya Mills?
So I saw my first porn movie and I was 13 years old. One Donny from high school must have said, let's go to the yard, boom, I'm going to show you VHS, boom, boom, boom. Bro, the thing went in and I saw naan bread.
Oh, you're talking about the tape?
Yeah, whoa.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, whoa.
Okay,
Yeah, you got to chill out.
You got to have some
Yeah, the VHS cassette tape went in. I'm old school, innit? Right? And I saw bare nani on the thing. And I'm 13. I'm 13 years old and what come over me?
Pause.
Yo,
this is... Wow, doomed. You're doomed with that one there.
Why?
the sensation.
There you go.
The sensation that I felt watching that movie,
The Blue.
bro, I was like, no.
Wrapped up.
Do you know what it was? That from there I was done. Like my mind was already. I was spun. Oh, that's it. I'm out. That's it now. Yeah, bro. I've seen it all now.
Wrapped him up like a condom.
I'm seeing naked women, and I'm like, whoa, go on, and I'm like, nah, this is mad. Okay, cut a long story short, fast forward.
Okay,
I'm just on I'm on this porn thing, bruv. I'm watching it, rare, and it's calm because I'm checking gal, beating gal, but on the side I might just knock one out before carnival, just knock one out.
What the fuck?
Hey, listen. Listen, a Zash will save your life. A Zash will save your life.
What's a Zash?
A Zash will save your life.
Oh, come on.
Hey, listen.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I've seen man knock up things they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But if they had a Zash,
if they ever popped one off, if they had emptied out the clip beforehand, they might have.
One of them.
One of them ones.
Because I was just like, this is normal. I was like, right, this is becoming norm. But now, fast forward, I'm grown, bro, and I'm married, and I'm being serious. It's like I need to get back. I can't find my intimacy no more, bruv. Real talk. Bush.
I'm just taking it into it.
I can't find my intimacies like love the missus, everything's calm, but it's like it's almost escapism. It almost becomes like an escape. All right, so let me ask you a question. You still wank?
No. Although,
but you've licked one out before.
Although I have done on demand.
What's that?
I've on demand. Someone requests you to do.
Oh shit!
Or video.
No.
Wait, I'm in the wrong podcast. Wait, I don't sign up for this. Wait there. The subject you give me another episode.
Respectfully. No, it was on demand. Like,
right.
The thing, okay, you see what you're saying about porn.
I need more clarity.
You see what you're saying about porn in regards to that was your thing.
Yeah.
From a young age, I've always found myself entangled with older women.
Okay.
Like, I'm talking like, 17.
Right.
With like 35 and up. Like, that's, I don't know how it happened. Well, obviously, because of my height, I always used to get mistaken for, you're probably this age. And I never denied my age. No. But I never confirmed it wasn't what they thought it was as well. And a couple of times when you're a grown woman and you got that, you're a young spunky kid, pun intended. Right. She might be like, she'll butter you up first. Right. And then when you think it's time for you to action, she'll be like, no, calm down. I want to see you. What are you going to do? Not do it, and then you miss out on the main prize. You turns them on. Some women like that.
Okay.
But anyway, it's not about me. It's back to you, man. So, so you are...
That's it. But, like, in all seriousness, I'm happy. I'm actually a month into I haven't even...
what was your...
It gets late at night, and if I've had a Maggie...
Yeah, you're thinking... Right,
I'm thinking raw. Just that gal with the big juicy bottom with the little oily...
What was your final performance?
Oh, it was just before Christmas.
No, but what did you watch? What was the last? Because if you're going to stop, you have to stop on something.
Oh, it was like big bum.
Yeah,
we
know that.
It was a big bum.
Oh, and water wet. Come on, really cut like who? What's her name?
Oh, it was. Do you know what?
Jada Stevens, isn't it?
No, but Jada, I've moved away from Jada Stevens.
Really? What? Because she's a
you know
mother
what?
now.
I used to have my categories. I
said who like Doctor Who. That said who like it's like Cluedo. Who done it? Who?
I had my categories, innit? I had my categories.
Big oily bums was one of them.
And it was, but bro, I swear to, like, when I finished, and I used to just feel disgusted with myself.
Really?
Yeah, man. I was just like, this ain't
Did you used to do it in front of a mirror? Like, because it's disgusting.
But my wifey's caught me in the kitchen knocking one out.
That's still foul to this day.
Yeah, man, it's been mad. So I'm trying to make Bush. I'm just trying to make this transition, bruv. Like, I'm trying to be a better person, bruv. I'm trying to grow. Listen, let's start the show. Let's do it like this.
You might as well.
No games. This is the Fast Food Podcast. He goes by the name of Drizzy Freckles.
And this Donny by the name, this guy right here, he goes by the name of Morgan, a.k.a. Twerk Franklin Heights.
We are your two illustrious co-hosts today. Food is a metaphor for information, and we are here to bring you food for thought, soul food for the mind, and a feast
for the palate.
Quick disclaimer before we start the show.
Please
do not hold us accountable for anything we may say. It's not factual. The show is purely entertainment.
Purely.
And we do not intend to maliciously hurt or disrespect anybody in the process.
We love everybody.
We are available on all relevant DSPs.
We got some
platforms like Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts. Also, these episodes are also available on our YouTube channel, which is Fast Food Podcast TV. Please share, subscribe, hit the like button. Also, click the notification bell.
Please.
For instant updates on new episodes that drop.
Be first.
Big shout out to Jojo Montana.
Each and every time, Jojo Montana, a.k.a.
the Thug from the South.
a.k.a.
the Dry Foot Barbarian.
I forgot you dropped that one. a.k.a. the young Ryan Coogler, the young Steven Spielberg, the young Spike Lee.
Come on.
All of that mixed into one.
Good to see you, my brother.
Blessings, man.
Blessings to you. This is season 6, everybody.
6.
Round of applause. We made it to season 6, you know.
Hurdles.
We'll talk about those.
But we're here.
I got some announcements. We have some new segments that we're going to implement. A few people who are really good fans of the show, supporters of the show, has hit us up and kind of implemented certain things to talk to us. And they've spoken to us and we're going to talk to them about those particular segments today. Mm-hmm. Segments are, we've got a segment called Underrated Hip Hop Artists. Today our underrated hip hop artist is Busta Rhymes.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Today our underrated hip hop artist today is Busta Rhymes. We'll get into that. I've got a new segment called Why Don't You Just Shut Up? Why Don't You Just Shut Up is a segment that, you know when you just hear madness and you just think, I've had enough. Like, I've had enough of that person, that subject, that particular context. Why don't you just shut up? And we'll get into that later on.
All right.
Okay. We have a special guest and a co-host today. And I feel like this is a fantastic way to start this new season.
For sure.
This guy, in my opinion,
all right,
is a stand-up character on all levels. And I've known him for a long time. I admire him. And I just think for the culture, he was very necessary and is necessary right now.
Yeah.
He embodies soundboy murderations.
Mm-hmm. But he does it in such a polite manner. Sometimes you don't know which side you're on. Is he murking me or is he congratulating me? And before you know it, they're carrying you outside of the venue, dead.
Him and his collective have put on events and parties, and without fail, it's just been bare gal when you go there.
Bare gal.
Like
it's a saloon or something.
You just, it's just guaranteed. You know when you got a guarantee?
It's a guarantee.
He's a trailblazer, a legend.
Yeah.
1/3 of the legendary UKG group, the Heartless Crew. Everybody, including our listeners, give a round of applause for MC Bushwhacker, a.k.a. MC Bushkin.
Love, man. Love.
I
like that intro there, man.
Jeez. Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on. We represent right now, man. You know when you said that's mine. Just greed, you know. That's
you
got to leave something for us as well.
Yeah, please.
Them time there, I'm a James Bond fan, and them time there, my headspace was the world not enough.
Yeah.
Everything.
All right. That makes sense.
Welcome.
No, love, man. Big up, man. And you know what?
Yes,
congratulations to work on. You know, we have to congratulate each other.
Come on.
So it's episode 6. It's a monumental thing.
Bro,
So big up, brother, man. It's not
appreciate
easy.
that, man.
A lot of people do the podcasting and they drop out and whatever else. But now, man,
Consistency is the key.
And everything and maintenance.
Yeah.
It's easy to start something in life. I always tell people it's easy to start something, but maintenance is the hardest thing. So congratulations, man.
I appreciate
Thanks, man.
I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you being here. This is
monumental,
man.
I'm grateful, bruv, man. Gratitude,
man.
gratitude is the
And that means a lot coming from you because considering when you started, and you probably started before we even first got wind of you being part of Heartless Crew, to still be here. We're in 2023. Like, you've seen not years or months, you've seen decades go by and the landscape of music change and you're still standing. So big up to yourself, man.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Man look fresh as well, bro.
Yeah.
The black don't crack as well, yeah.
God is good, man.
What's your routine? God is good.
Yeah, that's it. I tell everyone, God is good, bro.
So today, we're gonna have you as a co-host. So we're gonna talk about various subjects today, and we just want you to interject when you want to interject.
Man,
when you know what I mean. We're just here to chill, catch two joke. You know what I mean. Go for it.
Just quickly.
Yeah, man.
I don't wanna drop the mood down, but I need to just get this out there quickly.
Calm.
Yeah. All right. I want to say, I just want to shout out to my cousin Julius.
Big up.
He's like my first cousin. We grew up together. Crazy. I want to shout out to the doctors that performed a life-saving emergency operation on him, surgery.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to big them up. They're probably not going to hear this, but I just want to big them up for identifying the situation that he was in and acting so swiftly, and the fact that he's still here with us today. Because if they took any longer, we'd be having a different conversation. Yeah. So I just want to big them up. I want to big up my cousin Julius. The road to recovery is going to be long. I know it's easier said than done to say don't get frustrated with it, but bro, it could have been way different. So just appreciate it and take it one day at a time. And I just want to give thanks on the platform. You know what I mean?
Also, like, we want to big up our listeners, the listeners that have been with us from day one.
Sure.
Throughout all the 5 seasons, leading into this season 6. The elephant in the room needs to be addressed.
Yeah, so Kanye got married and we didn't get invited. So, yeah, man, let's go. No, but it's true, though. Man got married and he didn't reach out to us. Like, what's going on, bro?
True. Trim isn't here any longer. I want to big up Trim. I want to say salute on your journey going forward. I feel like it just came to an end, his journey with us. But I've known him for so long, it can never be anything that I can hold a grudge to, because everybody got things that they got to do with their life. So I want to big him up. You always here. We're always here. And yeah, man, we'll speak. I'm sure we'll speak in due course. But for those who are wondering where he is, he's no longer part of the show. But it's all love. And yeah, man, that's all we do, man. We bless people, we show love, and we keep things moving, bro.
Indeed. Here we are.
The Fast Food Podcast.
Based on that, let's go forward. I wanted to speak to you guys because another friend of mine actually popped up on my timeline a few days ago. Yeah. You might know him, Bush. Chuckie. Chuckie Online. He was with Claira. What's her name? Claira.
What's the little strawberry blonde, little freckles.
She's got a show. She's got a show called In Bed with Claira. That's right.
Okay.
And they're having a chat and having a conversation about, body counts and stuff. And I was thinking, okay, cool. Let me see what Chuckie's saying. So anyway, she asked Chuckie directly, would you call out a friend or your friends if they were talking about a woman's body count, and would you say don't talk about them basically, and would you call them out? And he said yes. I said, this nigga's capping. I said, wait, okay, so
He'd call him out for what?
calling out the man them. Right. So I was like, Chucks, okay, cool. Let me take it from here. Let me take it from here, because if I'm sitting next to Claira, I'm saying the man them don't even talk like that.
Yeah, cap in America.
We don't talk like that. More time, if a man or the man them are talking about somebody who's promiscuous, because let's talk about it. Yeah. If we're talking about body counts, we're talking about a promiscuous woman, right?
Yeah, of course.
We would more likely say one of a few things like, bro, be careful.
Yeah.
Bro, strap up.
Yeah, she's
bro, or bro, my brethren told me. So, that classic line there.
Yeah.
Or bro,
just
make sure you let her know what it is early, because if you get caught up with this one, someone might approach you the shit and go, bro, is that your thing? And then you're like, raw.
Because let's keep it 1,000, yeah? Hoes, they're pretty good at stuff.
Yeah, and that's male and female ones as well.
They're really good at it. Yeah. So we're like, we would never...
You're not trying to wipe off, but you're going to go there and get a little slap on.
And keep it moving.
Would you put that on your CV, though?
What's that?
No, you said, because, like, hoes, they're good at stuff. So if you're a hoe, would you put that on your CV? Like,
hoes, they're up front right now. They're wicked up there now.
That's very true. And I feel like this whole new movement with women just feeling like they can do what they want.
It's acceptable more now. I watched 50 Cent post or something a couple of days ago that I saw, and a girl was... And it started off very like, you're thinking, wow, the girl, kind of ass. You see with the baby, and then she's talking and it seemed like it's gonna go. And then she said, "Yeah, I got air because I was a hoe, basically."
Yeah.
Raw,
Like it started off very motivational.
Yeah, it started exactly like
Yeah.
You're kind of getting roped in.
Yeah, I was
thinking,
like,
okay,
raw.
this,
What's the secret?
What's gonna go on now? Boom, and she's
Sucking that dick.
I saw that.
I said, but wait.
Again,
people are this up for it's that time now where everyone's talking about things. But it seemed that Chuckie, a lot of people in the internet and all these things, it seems that they're saying things to please people. I don't know if that's his own style or if that's what he really is feeling, but it sounds a bit shaky.
Chuckie's my guy. I got love for the guy. But when I heard him say what he said, I was like, the men them don't call out man them and go, bro, don't say that about her.
But again, there's so much different circuits going on now.
Yeah.
So I don't know what circuit he's in.
Yeah.
Because we come from one circuit
True.
and we try to remain around that circuit. And to certain foundations of how the thing they're growing. It's just but when you move around in different circuits, I'm not saying I don't know what circuit he's in and if he's moved around, but that's maybe a new school kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, man, saying certain things, you're going to call it out.
Yeah.
I don't know, personally, not me, and I don't know my
But
friends,
the thing is, though, there's a difference.
Still.
There's a difference because the way the man then will let you know that someone you're keen on has been around the block a few times, and the way our female counterparts will tell their friend about a guy that they're it's two different things. Because we will do it like, yo, bro, we got to talk like, man, them in the room, we got to talk to the morgues like, bro, that thing, that's not it, bro. If you're having a good time, cool. But if you're looking long term, I've seen with my own two eyes, I'm not saying all of them do, but some of our female counterparts, the way they will let their friend know that this guy has been around the block sounds so malicious and like nasty that just puts her off. Even if she's thinking, but I feel like...
Women are wicked now because a lot of time they do that. It's bad, man. They really want that. But then they will sabotage and say,
Yeah.
You know what the wickedest thing nowadays is? Bare sabotage and fucking...
Sabotage is mad.
Like, to
Dirty
go
Max.
back to Chuckie's thing, to me it's like, you know what? This sounds a bit wobbly.
It was, I feel like he was
playing up
appeasing. And because he probably slapped it on him, and the question was probably slapped on him there and then direct. He was like raw.
PC mode.
He didn't want to. He felt like he had to. He had to kind of. What was the word? He had to bread.
Play the game. He just tried to.
Because I would have said to her, nah, man. Man, them don't do that. Still, man, don't call out other man.
He could have said it like that.
We don't do that. Like the thing about it with body count, right? The fact remains that we don't. I personally think we don't ask a woman their body count anyway. We don't ask them. We will more likely know because of the way she is.
It's gone around.
The ends know who she is.
That's right,
or if you're starting to date her, you can kind of see by her body language what type of chick you're dealing with, right? So I would never directly say to a woman, oh, by the way, how many men have you slept with?
But why do you want?
Weird.
Why do you want to? Why would you ask a question you don't want the answer to? Because you know it's going to mess up your mood, the situation. Like I've never understood that. Why ask me a question if I'm brutally honest? It's like that age-old question, babes. Would you cheat on me for like £1 million? Sorry, how much did you say? £1 million. There's men out there cheating on their woman for a pair of Air Force Ones or some more these chickens. Or, you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
£1 million?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's mad.
Sweetheart, are you hearing yourself? £1 million? What do you want from that £1 million? Because, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, cool.
But you know what the answer, she knows what the answer is going to be. And if you say, no, I wouldn't, babe, we know what type of guy you are.
And I know what people are going to say in the comments. They're going to go, but when men are sleeping around with girl, they don't get... Okay, there's double standards everywhere.
Of course, we know that.
Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
We've all got our double standards. Women got theirs. We got ours.
But that's right. People who go down that road, the bottom line is men and women are different. So you can't mark them with the same stick. It just don't make sense. They're not marked with the same stick with other things, so you can't mark them with the same stick. You understand?
If you ask most women if they prefer a man with experience or not, they will tell you they prefer a man with experience.
It is, and how is you going to get it? You understand? So
100%. And for us, we really want a woman that's kind of, you know what I mean? Like, what's the word?
We're waiting for it.
Unscathed. Is that the
Is
word?
that the word? I don't think that's the word he's looking for.
Untapped.
A little bit better. Yeah, we'll go with that. Citrus fresh. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. So that's what time it
I
is.
said unscathed like she's in Ukraine fighting in a war side, man. Like, what?
Which leads me to the next question. Which sex do you think is more supportive to one another, men or women? Who's more supportive?
It's a good question, but I think it's a variable on situation.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's a variable
And
on
background, how you brought up.
The context.
Yeah, to what's going on at that particular point.
Yeah.
You understand?
Is it about survival? Is it about...
Yeah, that's right.
Is it a friendship? We talk about friendship settings.
Relationship settings. There's very different variables.
To who will group together.
At that time,
And who will...
Yeah, that's right.
Totally agree. How do you feel about that?
This is true, but I do feel like I feel like the man there will support you even when you're in the mud. Do you know what I'm saying? To the point where it's like they know you're wrong, but they have to save face because you're my brethren.
Yeah.
I can't slaughter you and sacrifice you in front of everybody else. Do you know what I'm saying? I have to back you.
Yeah.
So I feel like it could be like that for the ladies as well, but I feel like they'll do it up to a certain level and then something a little catty. They might use that to say a little catty thing that's always been in the back of their mind to say, and then it turns into a next thing.
It's a good point, what
what
you
I'm saying?
just said, because I think first answer, quick. If you think of it quick, you might say women are more supportive of women.
Yeah.
Right.
But when you really scratch it and deep it, it's probably men are probably more supportive of men,
100%.
Women, they got that bitchiness and cattiness, and it's like they're more, in a way, and it's a judgment and a generalization, but kind of a bit more, I don't want to say fake, but it's kind of a bit fake with each other.
100%.
They're not,
100%.
They're going but it's not necessarily like that, you understand? Where men,
you see all the time how quickly the drop-off is. Like, myself and Morgs, how long have I known you, bro? A minimum 15 years. Minimum.
Yeah.
Now, if Morgs does something wild, I have to speak to him directly first.
Yep.
Despite all the noise that's going on online, because we're in that era now, I need to speak to Morgs first. Ring, 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 yo, Morgs. Yes. What's going on?
Respect.
Then he'll tell me, yo, Frex, it's this, and this. So I'm like, hold on. So it's not that, and that online. No. It's this, and this. All right, cool. If I find out it really is that's online.
Right. I know what you're doing.
Segue done. I know what you're doing. Like, depending on the scale of what it is, obviously. But if it's something a little minor, like, you got caught, I don't know, getting shines in the bathroom somewhere when you're with someone that we know is a mutual connection, right?
Yep.
Cool. I'll have to let you work it out yourself, like, I messed up. But I'm not going to drop you because I've known you for at least 15 plus years. I can't just drop you like that. Your friends are a reflection of yourself. Whoever you surround yourself with, that's some part of them is a reflection of who you are. You can't just drop them like that. But I just feel like on the other side, if something happens, they're just quick to wash their hands of their brethren just like that. Despite all, for example, if Brandy's partner messed up and slept with the friend, Monica, because the boy is hers, right? But Brandy and Monica have been friends for like 20 years. We're not condoning what Donnie did. At the same time, Monica is wrong because she allowed him to convince her to get into bed.
Yep.
But at the same time, the overall broader scale is you've known Monica for 20 years.
Talk about
Monica's probably seen you at your lowest of lows and your highest of highs. You can't just drop her like that. What you saying?
It's true.
Dick is more important than your friendship.
But again, that's another, when you look at it like that, and
It's tacky.
It's a way of the world nowadays.
Yeah,
These
of course.
days, everyone's quick to drop off the foundation, that love and that respect. And
different.
It's different nowadays. People are quick to just forget that and just jump onto their next thing. It's all very quick out there right now. The fast food is the fast food thing.
It's a fast food thing.
That's why we're here.
And this is the thing, and this is why when at the beginning of the conversation, Bush mentioned it. it depends on the situation. So, for example, we're talking about survival. Have you seen the Bear Grylls survival situation where the men were against the woman?
Oh, seen that.
Right. So
Yeah, that
what
was
happened was
interesting.
they flung men and women on an island, separated them, and said, "You got to survive now. You got to lick down animals, build your huts, build your fire, live." What ended up happening was the women couldn't get along and they couldn't talk and no one wanted to be general. Everyone wanted to be general. Everybody wanted to be number one.
Soldier.
And their thing ended up popping down. Where the man then was like, all right, cool.
know
You're
you
on
do
fire
children.
duty. You're on licking down animals and carving them up, serving up the man them.
of course.
You're on making this, you're on making that. So what happened was now the girls are looking over at the man them's thing and going, raw.
Them man are surviving.
We're cold, bro. Like we ain't got no bed. Our fire keeps on going out. And the man them got storage and everything over there. So in that situation, so you gotta check that out. You gotta check it out because the man them, and this is why, this is why when we talk about survival, we're talking about different situations. And men, we're survivors in general.
That's natural, yes.
It's a natural thing for us to get together and go, bro, I don't care about playing number two. I don't care about playing number two. I'm here to live, bro.
Especially if we're going to a destination and we get there.
The general identify themselves. Naturally, a man will fall into line with this is just. But you know what, Bob? It's really, you say that, I never knew that show there, but I'm a natural man and I always try and keep my lifestyle to natural things. Anything, I always think, what's the natural of this situation? Is that I keep things very basic and simple. And this is, in a way, what's going on. And this is my theory of what's happening and going wrong with the world. We're not following the natural process. And ultimately, men are men.
Preach.
They're leaders, you understand? Women, it's not a secondary thing or anything like that, but you understand? Women are... We're to look after women and nurture them like that.
That's right.
Nowadays, women are trying to step out and lead and wear the pants. It doesn't work.
It doesn't
naturally.
work that way.
It doesn't actually work like that. And that show there, obviously, proves it. You understand? Because that's the natural thing. It's not
natural settings.
It's natural. It's back to basics.
Back to basics. And it's not. We're not talking about something like we're not trying to compete with women because at the end of the day, women can nurture. That's what we can't compete with that.
But we're not supposed to because women are women. Men are men. We've got our strengths and weaknesses. That's why it works together.
100%.
And compatible. But what is these days? Men are forgetting themselves and not being men. We're not talking up, we're not standing out, we're not leading. And then women at the same time are trying to lead and trying to overpower and do, from there come with the whole feminist movement and the equality.
Mad.
It's not, the world ain't equal, men and women are not equal. So that whole thing is a myth.
It's a madness.
And it's just stirred everyone's head and it's just, and it's all what's going on now. It's spiraling out of control.
100%, bro.
Yeah, it's just that it's almost like they have to bring one down to raise the other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, there's
100%.
nothing wrong with saying, there's nothing wrong with independent women. There's never been an issue of independent women. And when Beyonce made it a slang, there was still nothing wrong with independent women. The problem is that society is now trying to program our queens to be like, in order to be classified as 30 independent woman, you have to have no sort of interaction or no need for a man on any sort of level. You're meant to do all the jobs the man's meant to do. This, that, and the first, like, no, baby, you don't have to do all that. That's why I'm here.
The natural
do you know what I mean?
standard of things.
But this is the finesse. This is the Drizzy. This is the finesse. Joe, this is the finesse. Bush, this is the finesse. They do the independent woman thing. Beyonce's married. And I'm sure she's dependent on Jay for certain things. And I'm sure he's dependent on her for certain things.
This is what
so it's a myth.
It's exactly. But you know what it is? I remember reading, and this is taking it a next thing, but it's just to show you where these things come from. It's just a setup and a fix. The whole feminist movement, and from what I understand, what I read, they bring that in to make money. That's all it was. Women were at home.
Monetizing.
You understand? Looking after the kids and doing the family thing while men were out working.
Right.
But men were out working, paying their taxes. So what these powers that be thought, okay, you know what is, let's come with this feminist movement. It was men who started this feminist movement. Let's come with a feminist movement. empower the women, you understand? Now the women feel like now to be equal, they can go out and start working and extra. But for them, when they're going out and working,
Two set of
they're
tax.
now paying tax.
Yeah.
So now everyone's paying tax. So these people are getting double. And
Let's
then
stop the
off
game.
back of that, it was a double win because they started paying tax.
Mm-hmm.
But then the other trick was the women leaving the kids.
Yeah.
So now the kids are getting looked after by the state schools.
Mad.
So they can control the kids. So now they knew, so it was not going to happen straight away, but 50, 60, 100
Yep.
years down the line, they're going to have
It's
the
changing.
kids monopolise it, because they've got the kids in school for however many hours per day.
Yep.
You understand? Well, now the women want to work, you understand? The men are working. So who's looking after the kids, you understand? And this is where the system's corrupt. But remember, these people who are running the system, they're not really nice people. Again, this is my personal opinion.
But we agree with bro. This is the real
Yeah.
conversation,
Oh,
and
right.
you're not saying that, and that we
Yeah, no,
don't.
I just talk- yeah,
No,
my
and
children-
this is us.
yeah.
You're welcome, bro.
Yeah, no, I love Colin, man. I love
For real.
God bless Colin, man. You know?
I'm saying it's just like
welcome. You get me? That's bro, and that's what I'm saying. It's a mind trick. It's a programming situation, and this is why when I'm asking a question about back to where we're going, where we were, the supporting men who support more men or women. I feel like again we started it there. In different certain circles, in different settings, I would generalize it. To be fair, I wouldn't. I would just say in certain situations, women kind of get together
and bond,
and do what they need to do. But it's more of a natural setting.
Yeah.
So if it's about rallying around the children, and it's about making the food,
of course.
and it's about holding down the
household, cool. But that's again, it's natural thing. You go to christening and them things there, you understand? From the set up to the sit down, it's women controlling the thing. Men,
facts.
you understand? They might lift up a box here or there, but by and large, women control that. You understand?
Facts.
They're gonna control them scenarios, their house, putting the kids away, all those kind of things. And it's just natural instincts. You understand? And some
100%.
people just gotta follow the natural instinct. You get me?
I feel you.
Yeah, no, deviate from that.
I feel you, Bush.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Bush is on our level still.
Yeah.
But you done know. We're gonna get into that more. Fast Food Podcast, Drizzy Freckles, Morgan Heights, special guest, Bushkin, big man like Jojo in the background. Intermission period, part 1. We're doing it like this. Let's go. Fast Food Podcast, season 6, episode 1. We're in the building. Jojo Montana, Drizzy Freckles, Morgan Heights. Special guest MC Bushkin is in the building.
Respect.
That record there, bro. Am I right in saying that record was top 20?
Yeah. Top 10 in the chart.
That was a big record. You lot made some peas off that, innit?
No, man, that Busta still on that light still that.
That PRS is nice, huh?
Yeah, man, that was a good food out of that one day.
The video was calm. I remember when, because you got to remember, this is when music videos, apart from the Americans, we're shooting their videos on a little something.
Shoestring budget,
When we see you lot in the gear, in the all-in-ones and that on the stage, skanking out, I said, these man are stars.
Nah, they're my hood celebrities, man.
How did that feel at the time when you lot were in that place in your life as artists, as a collective, as a gang? Like, how did you lot feel about it?
No, I mean, that particular point, man was on top of the world, man. It was like, we had everything, you understand? Man was, like the man said, man was hood celebrity. I remember driving out of Converts back in the day, and me and my baby mother driving down Holloway, that was at the ends. And we see the big, massive poster.
What, the BM?
Yeah, the little BM, man. Back then, I still got it put on. But back then it was fresh.
Left-hand drive,
spankers with the red roof. Yeah, man.
Rolls, bro.
Man had the foreign thing, left-hand drive, red roof. Before every thing's always been different anyway, but nowadays convertible because they sell them like that. Man, I did back then, 20 years ago, silver with red roof.
Patterned.
And it was, man, drive past Holloway and the big, massive billboard post was up, Busta Heartless Crew. And we was just screaming with the top down, we made it, it's gassy, it was, I always just remember that moment, because it was wow,
we've arrived.
Yeah, man, just living, man, got my Chris Bay, man, this drive, we got the roof, and the pole, we see the big, massive poles in our area as well.
Mad.
I was wow, yo,
And the thing about it was you lot, yeah, boy. You lot have always been, and I've not. I'm not even trying to. This is no cap. Every time I spoke to you lot, before I even knew you properly, you lot was always blessed. Mighty Mo used to holler at me and say, bro, the coach is going out of town. Link me here. If you miss it, that's your business. Make sure you reach, and we're gonna have fun, bro. Man used to. All right, cool. I'm at the spot, bro. And man, we used to end up, bro. Man was on the coach everywhere, bro. And I used to sit there thinking, raw, these men rate me. Because I'm telling you now, Bush, this is no gas. You lot are superheroes, bro. You lot are like superheroes to us. Like, we're from the ends. I'm from West. So I'm checking the scene. So Solid's doing their thing. And you got to remember, So Solid had their move. And it was like the first time I was like, wow, the man them can do this. And then when we saw you do it, we was like, nah, this is crazy, bro. And then the sound thing, let's talk about that. First and foremost, let's go from the beginning. How did you, Fonty and Mighty Mo meet? How did you meet?
So me and Fonty went secondary together.
Right.
You understand? So, and Fonty, I always have to give him his flowers publicly. Fonty,
big him up.
He is just a man. He is one of them people. He's just good at everything. You know, that man. That man could. He was a barber, arcade. He was good at computers in school. He's good at science. He was good at basketball, football, like everything. The man, music. You understand?
Multitasking.
Music. He was MCing. He was singing.
So he was an MC before.
While he was first, he was an MC first. You know, before he was a DJ, Fonty was an MC. He was a dancer. Fonty was a dancer in school. He was an MC. He also. Again, what puts Fonty in a different category than most, he can play music, he could play bare instruments well. Fonty can play the piano, he was good on the drums, guitar, he used to play trumpet and them things there, but then he can read music.
Right.
You understand?
That's important.
Yeah, so the man's on a different level.
That's a different level.
Music, you understand? So his thing was turn up for...
So he was kind of more educated
with
what sounds, with the sound.
Exactly. And he was smart, Fonty knows the road thing, but he also was very clever in school. I was like, not so academic, I'm just on the rude boy thing kind of. But Fonty also had the books as well, you understand? So he went in school, you understand? Fonty, our class is that, you know, your classes are grouped together. So we weren't in the same form class, but in some of our classes, we were in certain classes. I think CDT we was in together and science, or I definitely remember we was in science together. You understand? So Fonty's in school, he's a musical man, and I'm kind of like that. I said, yo, let's start a sound system. You understand? Obviously, I had to go to Fonty in school because he's the music man. And me, him, and there was another brother. We started Heartless Crew. You understand?
So wait.
This is
wait.
So Mighty's not an original member.
I don't know this story.
Mo ain't even in the picture till a little way down the line.
So who's this other Donny then?
This brother's Ogwan. So Ogwan was in my class.
Ogwan weren't supposed to make it, man.
What happened
when you said Ogwan, I'm hearing Mighty Mo, Ogwan.
Ogwan.
What, the name ain't doing it for you?
That was his name. Sookman, his name was.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Sookman.
Kind of set himself up.
Greasy man come. You know, everyone
But big him up though, still.
Big him up though.
Yeah, no, of course. His foundation. Every now and again, chat to me. What happened? He was more. His family was more pushing man academic, and he would brainbox.
Right.
You understand? So he ended up being a solicitor or lawyer. You understand?
Nice.
So I never get with our paths crossed. You understand? We're bona fide friends. You understand?
Yeah.
But anyway, so we done secondary school, Heartless Crew, and we're getting our little popularity in the area. And then when we gone to college,
and this area is
Holloway, North London, Archway. You understand?
Yep.
Finchley Park, all that kind of area. Green Tottenham, that's all our local area. But when we're going to college now, I gone to the Rude Boy College, Southgate, all the tugs. Everyone, all the wagons went down to that college there. Fonty and Ogwan, they went to Sitting Islington, which was in our local area. And then that's where they met Mo. Right. So Mo was like a budding hip-hop DJ. Then Mo wasn't an MC. Mo was like a bedroom hip-hop DJ.
This is cold.
You understand? And Mo, his talent, he was the scratching. Right. Mo was cold.
He was on.
He was that one of them scratch, all of them magic, and he could beatbox as well.
Right.
And that was Mo, but he was like more introverted.
Right.
You understand? college,
Chilled.
and very, you understand?
On his own
himself,
thing.
bedroom DJ. But you know them bedroom DJs are the baddest.
Yeah.
You understand? So what's happened now, Ogwan started to go more in the academic world, but they were both into hip-hop, because Ogwan was a hip-hop DJ. In sound, sorry, I didn't even explain it. So Fonty, he was a DJ, you understand? I was even a DJ. I used to play slow jams and ragga. You understand? Fonty used to play ragga, and then jungle started coming, so he started to play jungle. You understand? And then Ogwan was a hip-hop DJ, you understand? So now when we
you all DJs?
All was DJing, you understand? Because also at that time there was 2 other MCs in the sound. So they big up Rudy, MC Rudy and Major. So people are getting a real foundation of Heartless Crew. Remember that them you took what a sound system. So you had a couple man around, Box Boys and whatever. You understand? So Rudy and Major, they were the MCs, and then us 3 were the DJs. When we got to college, we've linked up with Mo. I was going to do my own kind of thing, but I'll come to their college every now and again and it's low to hang out. You know how you go come out and exactly. Every time in my motorbike, I'm just coming around the college like, and their college are kind of light. I'm coming around the college on my motorbike like, yo, what yeah. But anyway, some Ogwan started to go more down the academic road. Right. Mo is a hip hop DJ. Ogwan's hip hop DJ. Them two are kind of linking, and then Ogwan bring Mo in. I don't know, and we would never really know it because we've never had a big man conversation now. It's like almost Ogwan bang Mo in knowing he was going to slip out. I don't know. This is speculation. But what happened is that exactly what happened anyway. Ogwan faded out. He bang Mo in. Mo took the hip hop DJ road, and Ogwan
went the other way,
slipped off, and then done the educational thing.
Right.
So anyway, and that's the artist. That's
crazy,
the foundation.
But you know what's mad though? It's finding that's like some Jedi shit. Like Ogwan, shout out to Ogwan.
Pick him up.
Now his name really sounds like a Jedi.
Yeah,
that story plays
because when you started it, I was like,
Christian
like
he was very disrespectful.
Because I know you lot today.
Yeah.
So now you're giving me background. I'm thinking,
who's that?
Maybe this Donny where clearly he weren't meant to get me.
But man like Ogwan,
he played his part.
He played his role, definitely.
Ogwan basically found his apprentice without even looking for him and goes, that's the guy to take my position. Yeah. And he just made way for...
It's a very noble thing. In them time, we was kind of cussing and it was a bit sour in a way because the kind of way he left it was a bit like...
we know about that.
We know about that.
You understand? I felt it when I did feel it earlier. So, we know them style there. But in a circle, you understand? So, one of them ones there, you get me? Man,
we understand.
We know
the vibes. So going from there, Bush, you lot set up a sound system now.
I mean, we was a sound system prior to meeting Mo. So we Fonty's Uncle Des.
Big him up.
Big up Uncle Des. And Uncle Des is Smokey. So you know DJ Smokey? So DJ Smokey, that's Fonty's little cousin, and Uncle Des is Smokey's dad.
Big up Smokey.
Uncle Des, and he put us on because we never weren't driving this when we started. Remember, we started like early 90s. It's just Uncle Des was helping us drive us around, help strap up the sound.
Of course, that's back in the day. Crates
all of that.
Jesus.
So Uncle Des played a big foundational
Big
part
up Uncle Des,
sound.
man.
Then we started to make a little money. I was always hustling, bought a little speaker. We sprayed our speakers red. We done the whole sound thing. Buying the wire, speaker wire. Then we started to get the gold tip wire with the gold tips because they give you a better sound.
Right.
All of them, we went through the whole thing, playing all night. You understand? And you play it all night, and then end of the night, everyone gone home and we got to string down the sound and pack up and put all boxes, and that's the part you don't like. And
that's not fun.
The other MCs, like there was people who was around the sound. But it's like they wanted the glory. So them sound, that's time to pack down the sound and whatever. Everyone cut out with
of course.
Play it through and slide. So it's like, okay, cool. We start to see
who's putting in the work
here for the long term.
Who's here for the long term. You understand? And then man drop off and whatever. And then the nukers, me, Fonty, and Mo, that became the Heartless Crew. So that's what people know as the Heartless Crew. But it was a Heartless Crew way prior to that.
Hold on. Bushkin, what? I got 2 questions. I'm wondering which one I should ask first.
Go for it.
Okay. What was the best outcome you were looking for before it just went mad? Before it went mad for you lot, what was like your goal? Like your goal was, you know, say for example, Shy wants to be obviously a football player, right? So he's training, he's doing the little football games now, play Sunday League football. They're
Shy is my
aspiring,
son.
they're aspiring to play football, become a football player, right? But for you, because this is the music landscape is a whole different thing. Like football kind of has a clear pathway in regards to like, you have to do the training, you have to go to Sunday football, hopefully you go somewhere where there's a scout around, boom, 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 get academy, right.
You can see,
But with musicians, and we kind of, unbeknown to ourselves, take it for granted. But like, it's not a guarantee that a musician who's putting his blood, sweat, and he or she putting their blood, sweat, and tears. Right.
100.
What was your, at that time, if you can remember, like take yourself back to that time, what was you aiming for? It's like, if this could just happen, I'll be happy. Obviously, it far succeeded what you was thinking, but what was the moment? It's like, that's what I'm aiming for. If that happens, I know I've done.
You know what? It's so weird, because some people who know me and like fairly well, they're always like, "Oh, you man smashed it, you this, that, and the other, But it's a very good question because I haven't hit that pinnacle yet. I've not exceeded what I set out for.
That's crazy.
You understand? Like this, where I'm at is, and man, when you said hurdles at the beginning, I also felt that because there are trials and tribulations through this journey. But this is why when you said like, "Well, the Black Long Crack man look good," I ain't finished. I'm just starting. There's so much more for man to do and accomplish. You know, man hit a turbulence and it slowed man down. So I'm actually behind where I'm supposed to be right now, and I've done a lot, and I'm all right. I could bow out now. I can actually bow out and say to myself, "All right, cool. I could probably maintain from this point if I'm sensible." And my name I've written my name in the history.
Of course.
So I could be easy to say, "Yo,
it's
cool."
there.
But you know what? I did so much more.
Crazy.
When like a couple of things what I wanted back then, and the prices have probably gone mad. But back then, helicopters were 200 grand. And I was like, wow, man wanted a helicopter. You understand?
That's crazy.
And you understand, a helicopter probably now must be
it's a lot.
500. It must be, I don't know how much it are now.
Uber things.
But that's what man was saying then. Man wanted the big mansions and all them things.
Right.
Me and my cousin always dreamed about, you understand? And fun enough, I just come from a funeral, you understand? And my cousin was there. And at the end, it was so busy, we never really get to chat. Yeah, but it's probably like your cousin, what you said, your first cousin, you grew up, me and him grew up together. And we say, wow, you know what? We want the big mansion. We want it to be so big that we have to have walkie-talkies and them golf carts. So that, you understand?
Richie Rich.
Man, I have to link, you understand? Or go, yo, what, go on? Yeah, come over, and you jump in your little golf buggy and you drive over to the next man's wing, and you understand? So that's where man's head is and was, you understand? And I ain't hit them things yet, but I'm still on the trajectory to
get that.
I
respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it.
It's possible because these people of the Puff Daddies and the 50 Cents and the Masterpiece and many more who we don't even know their names have it. So it just shows me it's possible, and I'm not. Yeah, I'm on it.
Still striving.
Of course,
that's good to know, and that gives me. That gives I could speak for you. That gives us inspiration because we're in that place of we want more. We want to do more. We want to be more.
Yes,
and we want to grow. And I feel like we're still on our journey.
Yeah. Dream big.
Yeah.
Dream big. The herds are gonna come and like I don't know the policy with your friend or whatever, but it's like there's seasons in a lifetime.
100%.
Some people have to drop off on the light and the load and you understand. And I know for my journey, but it's brilliant because I'm at a nice age now. You understand?
You're experienced.
And I can look back and understand certain things for what they really was. Even me, I'm fast paced. I've always been on more. Like I said, to you, that's why you couldn't. It puts it in perspective and context why I wanted more, because my head was the world's not enough.
Yes.
I wanted more.
That's real.
When I had my car, I wanted more. That time when I had that BM, I had a MR2. Yes, and this is when I was my neck. So one time we had the same convert BM, and then I had the MR2 T-tops.
Killing it.
Japan import, big exhaust. Mad. Me and I've got two baby mothers. That time there, she used to drive one, and I used to drive one. But man's always wanted more. Never weren't satisfied. But as I got older, I realised you have to be able to satisfy, you understand? You have to be happy with what you got. So I don't now, and that was more you, man, the world's not enough.
Of course.
Now I understand, I want what I want, you understand? But there is a point that I will say, okay, cool.
This is where I'm gonna
I can
bow out gracefully.
Yeah, exactly that.
I feel that.
That brings us to my next question. But I just had a thought, Correct me if I'm wrong. Our Heartless Crew, our version of the Locks.
You could technically say, because you could argue So Solid were like Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
They were
But
like
in regards to
Wu-Tang.
longevity, not having any qualms, you know, like, if you think
The
about
three,
it, like,
it's
still
so
here.
weird
It's the
you
Trinity,
man
it's the
said
Holy
that.
Trinity.
It's you know what?
The Holy
Two
Trinity.
things. It's so weird you man said that. It's like, because I had 2 points in my head, but I was just waiting for the right time. One, you said So Solid. We came long before So Solid. I mean, they bust and went to a higher degree.
But
we
but
came
you
well
was
before them.
They were recognizable to a mass.
Yes, that's right. They got that mass success number one and stuff. And I give them their full credit.
Of course.
Absolutely. But we came long before that. They probably fashioned
Talk about it.
So that's one thing there. What I wanted to stamp in and
respect it.
Make people know
of course.
What
time
it
it
is.
is.
Okay, that's one. But then the other, at the beginning of the show, you said the underrated hip hop artist. And Busta Rhymes, I saw a clip of him the other day shelling, and I was like, I've always rated Busta Rhymes because he's got the kind of yardy flavor as well. So I've always rated his thing. But in my mind, when you said that, I was thinking Jada Kiss. Underrated, like, boy. And that's what I'm saying. And when you say the Locks, it just brings it all
because obviously...
round. Stars P, Jada P, the Locks.
So what to explain, give me
obviously, on aesthetically, Stevie Wonder can see this. The Locks have 3 members. Heartless Crew has 3 members. Obviously, it started off with 4. You know, Jedi Master made the move to let Mighty come in. But I just feel like even if you weren't always super active every year, but there's going to be I can guarantee there's at least one Heartless Crew party happening a year minimum. Even if they're not outside dropping music or whatever, but minimum one, and it doesn't even have to be all 3 of them. It could just be Bushkin on his own, Mighty Mo, Fonty. But like the Locks, if you think about when the Locks started and how long the Locks have been around and how long they've been doing it for, and that they're still here.
It's still, and
that's why I think of you guys.
Nah, I rate that.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that. Like, and the Locks, you know, for some people, they're like, Locks, who's that? Do your research. Like, the Locks are one, but again, you could say collectively the Locks are underrated. Collectively.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
I think with them, they can all stand up individually.
Facts.
Individually.
All mad.
Same with us, man.
All mad.
Every man, Fonty can DJ, Mo can DJ, I can DJ. Not so great anymore, but we can all DJ and MC. Yeah, the man can go out and
that's crazy.
Just mold by himself, and say you're still getting a vibe. Still. And
which leads me to parties. What was them chimes parties like back in the day? Because I weren't there. I weren't there because that's foundation, and I
heard the stories.
And
man. Them times
that was a hub.
That's again. People always wonder. I mean,
I wish I was there. I even think about something. Even before I came here, I was like, I wonder what Chimes was like. Go back there now. Yeah. Just was a fly on the wall at Chimes, just watching this whole thing unfold. What was it like? What's the energy like in there?
It was fun. Them times, remember, we're young, we're carefree.
Yes.
It's like college.
Man at home, man still at home.
And that's the best place. I tell people now, as long as you can ride at home, stay home, live at home. You understand? Not only you gonna, it's more cost effective, but that carb, that love, that family connection, it's priceless.
Makes sense.
It's priceless. 100%. Only when you leave and you go out and you go around and bump your head a couple of times, then you realize,
of course.
Seriously, sir. But anyway, that Chimes era, it was for us. That was our real foundation. It was a testing ground. When we went to Chimes, we were so young, and it was like a bashment club. So people don't know the first early days of Chimes. We was in its back room. It was empty. And all the yardies in the main room. You understand?
Right.
But what it was for us, it was a testing ground. Every week, sometimes 2 times a week, we were playing, and we used to play in there like it was Ram.
Yeah, of course.
You understand? And 1 or 2 people used to come in. When they did Bashment Room 2 jam,
people
trickle in.
Have a little break.
And our mind was, if two people come in, we just got to try and hold them in
Yeah,
there
yeah,
for as long as
So-
we
right,
can.
right,
But
right.
it made us great because we were practicing and we used to have to
Stage
learn everything.
presence.
Remember, these are yardies.
Yeah, yeah.
You understand? So they're not into our thing, so to speak. You understand? But we used to work hard, and then we started to get them in, and certain times our was decent, and
Right.
we started to build up, and
Build
then every
it.
now and again he would let us do our own kind of younger nights. You understand? So them night there, it's like, it's draining. Then
Right.
we get one of our kind of nights. It's like,
Yeah,
we'll
cool.
get a little
Yeah, of course.
boost back
Yeah,
up
yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah. Keep
And then
going.
What weekend or what was it? Weekend
Weekend,
team?
yeah,
Nice.
weekend. You understand?
Yeah.
But it was like, we weren't getting paid, we used to get £30, and them times there,
£30 is £30 still.
but the £30, remember, we're from North London, this is the East London. So that £30 used to be cab money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember them time the sound system, you
all that
come with
equipment.
all the
Yeah,
records.
yeah.
It's not like now, they man run with USB.
Nah, I know them
No
days.
Serato.
Nothing like that. This is
Yeah.
record boxes and
Carrying crates.
You
Yep,
understand? So
yep.
what we used to do, Mo lived the furthest. And
Sheesh.
again, because of them time there and the rude boy business, remember, still a rude boy, this is flick knife business,
Yeah.
and man clap your hat and Luca Day
Yeah,
bottle
yeah.
and
Yep.
all of them things there.
Yep.
So where Mo, Mo's white, obviously, you
Yeah.
understand?
He's like Iraqi.
Yeah,
innit?
he's,
Yeah,
Middle East, yeah,
but he when you see him, he favour.
Yeah,
He favoured jigger.
he's
Like
in the culture. He's
yeah,
in
he
the
was a
culture.
jigger man.
Yeah,
To
he's
me,
in
he
the
was
culture.
a
He's in the
because he
culture.
just
Yeah, he's
he
in the
just
culture.
he just
Yeah,
swag and
exactly.
everything.
That's
It
exactly
was
right.
natural to him, innit?
He grew with us certain times. So you understand, but what we used to do, because back then time there it was like more, you understand, and man was gonna try and pick you off.
Yeah.
You understand? So we used to put Mo in the cab.
Right.
You understand? And send him, and that was the cab money that me and Fonty used to walk or catch bus home.
Because you could.
You understand? So,
Because it's calm.
yeah, so you understand?
See, that's some locks business there, man. That's some. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, man,
That's
trust
some
me.
real
This is the
thing.
real
Yeah,
history
yeah.
of the thing, you understand?
Yeah.
And sometimes when we look back, I say, wow, it's like, it's as we get older, it's a bit fucked because it's like white privilege. You understand? And you say, but wait, we're doing that, and it's a kind of protection mechanism in a way, because that's how we are as people, as black people.
100.
You know, you understand? We love our art, it's big, and so it's a protection mechanism. But then it's like, wow, you look back and say, but wait, how is this? You understand? Like, wow, we're walking, and people who they're from North or East London, they will know from Clapton to Archway or
It's
Holloway.
mad.
It's a long distance.
Yeah.
Ain't no, them time we're having fun. You know when you're youth, it ain't
Of
really
course,
like,
it's not.
we're walking
Yeah.
and you're walking with a group. So
Yeah.
a couple man will walk, some man live
Catch
Finchley
up.
Park.
Yep.
So they drop that up, and then you continue, two man might end up, and man might live on your own. So you end up going, you know the thing.
And did those moves, man.
But
Did
you
those
say,
moves.
yeah, you look back and say to yourself, but wait, wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
so basically, you got to look at this, and I look at this so many different ways. But one way I look at it is because we did the same thing. So if you can remember, we was the sound.
Yeah, to go.
The Marvel.
Of course, I know.
We used to go hitching.
Salute.
We used to go hitching. Obviously, they're headlining.
Of course.
Remember Musical Mob?
Play your position.
Them man there, Marvin and them man there.
of course.
Yeah.
And we used to see what Heartless Crew did because the UKG was bust. UKG was everything at the time. But because man were Jamaican and man like their hip hop, my dad used to play Big Daddy Kane in his yard.
Wow,
My
them
mum's-
legends there. You know,
Yeah,
man don't know
my
about
mum's listening
that.
to Motown.
See,
So
yeah.
we heard what you lot were doing with the mixing. So we was like, hold on, them men are mixing garage with hip hop, cutting up dub plates, mixing ragga. We're doing the same thing because this is pattern.
Yeah.
Because what you got with that was the raves. Everybody, you had
Everyone
more
is-
people
yeah, of
there,
course.
and you had people that came to vibe.
That's
It was
right.
more than just okay, cool. We're gonna listen to one particular sound.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna listen
Inclusion.
to.
It was inclusion.
Yeah.
That's the real inclusion. Before this thing inclusion, that was the real
That was-
inclusion.
That was the real inclusion.
Our nightclubs were
Yeah,
the hubs for inclusion.
Yeah,
we didn't
it's
know
right.
what we were part
Dealing
of,
with them times,
but it
yeah.
was inclusion.
And that's right. That's right. Like I said, going back to Chime quickly, when we used to be in Chime, it was like a bashment crowd, and Fonty used to drop in one or two tunes in, and that's what kind of gripped them in. And after a while, when we started to play the garage, but we're playing it in a sound system way, that got us a lot more followers from the bashment people.
Killed it.
Well, okay, seen I like that with them you there.
Yeah.
So they started to listen to garage.
Yep.
And the way we play garage made a lot more people come into the garage scene.
Yep.
And it's wild. And that's
And the
what
hip hop
music's
thing,
about.
Fonty can mix the hell out of tunes. I remember when Fonty mixed like a Jay-Z record. Do you remember when Fonty used to mix Is That Your Chick? Boom, 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 boom.
Is that the biggest non-garage record to cross over into garage?
It's because of the tempo.
Yeah. But is that the biggest one? Because like
there's lots. He used to mix the D12. I'll shit on you.
Oh,
There's a bag of them. He used to mix the big pimping. Only put them.
that's
But
another
when
one,
we
so-
first heard you lot do it, and then Bushkin and Mighty Mo used to spit over the records.
Yeah.
Bro, I lost my mind. I used to listen to. Do you remember when you lot used to do Ali Pally all the time, bro?
Yeah.
And I had the tape, bro. I used to do because my
Bro,
mum used to say to me, "My
the
mum
guy
used to-
was there. Of course, you remember.
Bro, I'm fine. No, I'm not even asking him. It's me remembering. Like, it's me just remembering because I used to basically, right? One time, my mum moved away. My mum moved to Peterborough, which is why when you link Teats. But this is like back in the day. She's been there 20 odd years now, brother. So I went home. I'm from London, but I went home to live with her again. And then I was the designated dishwasher. Right?
Yeah, cool.
So it was like, all right, cool, go do the dishes. Bro, man used to just have Heartless Crew tapes on, bro.
Yeah, them dishes get clean
And
quick.
he used to skank around. And just vibe. And it put you in that place of raw. And that's what one of the reasons why I had to go back to London. Because man was just reporting. Man was going, bruv, if you know what's going on down here, you need to get back out.
Back outside.
Which leads to this thing. Watford, pay as you go clash. I weren't there for that, bro. And Teeks was there. Hear the thing. A lot of the time,
let the people know who Teeks is. Teeks is your brother.
Shout out to my brother Teeks. Salute, my GG. A lot of the time we'd all move together, but some nights their man would do their thing. I'm the older brother, so it was them man. There's still an age gap between us, right? So I would go link my brethren do my thing. So one night now, them man they say they going Watford, bro. About 2 o'clock in the morning, man, I'm phoning me. Morgs, if you ever know what just happened right now, because you remember there weren't no internet, bro.
You had to be outside.
You had to get had to tell you, innit? They weren't. You couldn't go on Twitter and go, Heartless Crew's busting up the place right now.
Yeah, this ain't match of the day where it's like, I'll get a replay.
This is phone calls.
You have to be there.
2 o'clock in the morning, my brother's ringing, walk on, everything blessed. Bro, pay as you go Heartless, it just went off in there. I said, walk on. He was like, bro, them man there just bun down the place. What do you mean? Clashing, Wiley, I lost my mind. I was like, no way have I missed that. He goes, bro, it popped off. Man were cussing out. It was going mad. And you've got to think, where everyone now is waiting for this tape. Everybody's waiting for this tape, bro. We sat together. When this thing dropped, this is like a newspaper, bro. This is news.
Yeah, it is.
This is the news. We sat there, bro, and we heard the whole thing from even when the sound cut out for a minute. And you just hear man going, no. And man said you could hear the man them trying to tune up the thing where the sound. Bro, we were there for it all, bro. So the question I wanted to ask you, what happened? What was the reason behind the clash? Was it spontaneous? Did you lot have a personal something, or was it just on the night, man are just trying to take the piss?
You know what? It's weird. It's all three of those things.
Shit.
It's all three. So the original root problem was Major Ace, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, man, bless up Major Ace. Major Ace, remember back then, biting lyrics was a crime. Couldn't bite a man.
Bro, levels are high. It's a violation. It's a viol.
Man was trying to suck off some of my lyrics, you understand? And I drew him up a couple of times, you understand? And then... it's real. It's a real thing.
Man could do that. You could do that. Especially when you're writing your own shit as well.
That's copy man's homework and claiming it. We can't do that.
Take that to heart. And I big up Fonty as well, because Fonty's always been level-headed. Like I said, them times I was more... And I'm sensible. Wow, I'm gonna raise my man up, you know. I'm funny. It's like, alright, man. And funny's always been sensible in that respect.
of course.
Like, that flattery, man. It's flattery, man. And you understand the man rate your thing and where says it's nothing. I'm like, I ain't hearing that.
Nah.
So anyway, man, drew him up a couple times. You understand? He's not listening. We had another clash long before this. Big up Nicky Slim thing. This
Big
is
him up.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah, Rumble in East London, Stratford. What's the club?
Rex?
Powerhouse.
Oh,
Powerhouse.
It was called
Yeah,
back then.
right.
We had a clash in there, and man buried them.
Yeah.
And then after the clash,
Respectfully.
after the clash, it's like man stuck it on him, and man's like, "Oh no, it's not really like that." So that was that. But this is all bubbling. You know?
Yeah.
Then we had another clash. We had in Temple, Tottenham. So this is in our area now. You understand? And man wrecked them again. You understand? This is when Page Ago. There was only like 3 members in Page Ago. You understand?
Plague Galero.
Plague, Slimzy, and I think Major Ace.
Yeah,
right. Whatever. So anyway, man touched them again. That one this is our area. In Tottenham. You understand? Anyway, so obviously
And man, they're in their ends now. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you know that one.
You know the time.
Yeah. So anyway, so there is a little bit of bad blood. You understand? And then the next thing is the big clash. There was supposed to be a massive clash in Birmingham the week before the actual Watford one.
Okay.
And that clash had everyone on the flight. So it had K2 Family, So Solid,
snap.
Heartless, Page You Go. Everyone who was a crew was on the flight.
Was that sensible?
In Birmingham. Exactly, was. Because what happened in Birmingham, we all drove up to Birmingham.
See.
But before the raves even started,
It's all kicking off.
kicked
Tough already, yeah.
And no one can't get in. It's just fighting outside.
Yeah,
It's
of course.
Wild West out there. So that's that. But remember, we've gone up there to bury everyone. Yeah, remember, our thing is
Burying.
a sound thing.
Yeah.
We know how to clash.
Yeah.
All these other sound, they're not about it like that.
To be fair,
cut dubs.
Yeah.
You know, we're going up there like, right, everything dead. And this is perfect because everyone's there.
Where was it? Where did you lot cut dubs from? Sorry to interject.
Holloway.
Tottenham.
It moved to Tottenham first, but it was in Holloway first.
Wookie's brothers.
Yeah. Music House.
Music.
Yeah, Music House. Big up Music House. And his brother died as well, man. So rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Blessings.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
No, that's right. So
I don't just
we went up to Birmingham to do that clash.
Yeah.
No one ever got in. Obviously, it kicked off.
Popped down.
And the wave never went. So it's a week after now, we're playing in Watford with Pay As You Go. You understand? So we're again, and there's a little bit of bad beef and whatever. What's happened? I've got into the rave. It was roadblock out there.
Yeah.
Me again I've got in there, but you
Of
understand?
course, yeah.
Swear to it. I've Gino's the queue. Them not all outside. Cause remember them time man rolling with entourage.
Yeah,
Everyone's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm in there one up. Them man, if you listen back to tape, you man would have known. Them man are sending little innuendos.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard it.
One bag of lula thing.
I heard it.
Oh, we're gonna yam. Where's the next sound? We're gonna yam your food. Where?
Yeah.
Cool. But remember, I'm in there. They know I'm in there.
Yeah.
I'm hearing up. So I'm saying, okay.
This is what it is.
Okay. So I'm just listening. I'm hearing things. I'm saying, all right then. Cool. But I'm more hot-headed. Yeah,
of course.
And
Yeah.
I'm hearing everything now. Man, I'm in there for quite a little while.
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, you man crazy. Like, really? So that's where the spontaneous thing comes now.
Right.
I'm not on this. You men are trying to run it.
It's not happening.
And I'm not on that. So I burst the stage. But so you can
So you interrupted
I've just gone on the stage. You understand? And I said to myself, no, I've just made an appearance that what?
Yeah.
You understand?
I'm here.
I'm here for you.
Batman's here.
You understand?
Yeah.
What is this? You understand? But if you listen back to it, you can even hear Max was there. I'll give you the mic.
Yeah.
You understand? So when I've come up there and whatever, they've given me the mic, then that's when I've come with my little thing. I'm just going straight in for the jugglers. You understand?
Because who was MCing at the time?
I think it might have been Maxwell. Well, maybe, Maxwell gave me the mic.
Maxwell, it was Maxwell.
Yeah, and then me and him started to go, and then started to go off, and then Maxwell started to do his little lyrics and whatever. You understand? So it's all kicking off. But again, it's just...
They should have never.
But again, it's... You know what? It's element of surprise.
Yeah.
I never knew, and again, in hindsight, I know what I know now.
Yeah.
I went up there on emotional. I was more emotional than... As a grown man, I've learned how to curve my emotion. I always tell people, like... Be in control of your emotions, you understand? Because when one little thing in your emotion goes, you never know where you end up.
Cool.
And most of it ends in misery. So now, You understand? I'm very calm and controlled.
Calculated,
Yeah. Them time I'm hot-headed.
Yeah.
But them man are running, I'm up on stage. And remember, it's me one, and in the back of them up there. You
mad.
understand? But I'm not even thinking that. I'm just thinking like, pride, black man pride, you know?
Of course.
But you know what it is? You know what it is, Bush, yeah? Even though I personally didn't hear that you lot, I didn't personally hear that you was on a bad boy thing in that particular situation. I personally heard that you, man, ain't taking me out today. And when it comes to this mic thing, I'm the guy. And because you got to remember, you lot are completely different sounds, completely different styles. Them man were on the MCing in, bars thing, and you lot was just on calculated chorus. Everything is sung. So the girls would, and the girls, you had the they had the girls on smash.
Bro, I witnessed it myself.
They had the girls on smash, and when you got the girls on smash in a rave,
that's like 90%. It's over.
The rap, them man there.
Because now it's what? Because I'm hearing the tape, and I'm hearing man going, and I hear it's going off in there.
Yeah, man, voice start cracking.
You know what's mad? It's mad when you see the hype, the crowd are hyping you, but it just hits you a bit different if you're the ops. When it's the gal them hyping them up. You see the man them hyping up, it's like, all right, cool. The man them are meant to hype you up. Cool. But when it's the gal them in the crowd hyping you up, when you're in your skateman mode, that hurts differently, boy. I can imagine.
And personally, they never recovered. No, because again, when you have that audience and it was so fresh at the time, the whole garage scene was so fresh at the time. When you hear tapes, you're hearing tapes because we come from sound systems, bro. I come from Stone Love. I come from all of that.
Sting, all them things.
I listen to those. So when man done the thing, it's like you go and go, all right, well, there's the winner there.
Clean cut.
There weren't even a conversation, bro.
Like fruit ninja.
You get me? It was like that.
Yeah. That one there was clean cut.
But to wrap up this section of the podcast, what's next for Bushkin? What's the next move for you? What are you on right now?
Okay, so my thing now is I've set up a record label, and I'm calling the UK's #1 independent black record label.
Nice.
I like to use the word black there, you understand, to uplift my black people, you understand, and to show that love and that unity, you understand. And again, a lot of time when people hear the word black, it's got negative connotations to it, you understand. So I want to change that narrative and use black, and when people hear black and they hear the record label Bush recorded, they know it's good things. It's built on love. It's built on manners. It's built on respect. It's built on good music. You understand? So when they hear black and they hear Bush recorded, it's to uplift my people. Yeah. So that's why I use.
Which is what you've always been about.
Yeah. That's right, man. Spreading love and you understand. So my aim is to do what man done with Heartless Crew. Heartless Crew was like it wasn't free people, but essentially it's free people because that's what people know us for. You understand? So my aim is to do with the record label what man done with Heartless Crew, but Heartless Crew was just 3 people. The record label in effect could be 300 people. You understand? So it's got a much wider reach. Heartless Crew is we're not a garage act, we're a sound system. People kind of know us as a garage act or whatever. We made some music and whatever, you understand? And
you're bigger than that now, though.
Yes.
You're bigger than just being a garage. Yeah, you've confirmed that years ago.
Yeah, you've elevated
past that. Far past that,
Yeah, but the record label is a house, it can house many more people.
Of course.
And again, it can take myself, but our people to greater heights.
Yeah.
And it's good because a lot of things in this place since I've been here is like, blessing my mind is wiring because there's some things that you man are dropping in and it's like I'm clocking it, but I'm not saying it at a given time. But you see, when you mention Motown, that's what I'm trying to fashion my label after. Very gaudy, Motown. That's who I'm trying to fashion after. You know, music that outlives
everything.
And it's timeless music. It's all different things. It's all different genres. He was just making good music, you understand? For everybody. It was black people making it, but it was for everybody. And that's what I'm trying to fashion my label after. You understand? He's took time to nurture his artists and develop them, which is something nowadays which is missing. Labels don't develop artists anymore. I'm all about...
It's like fast food, quick.
Exactly, quick turnaround.
You got something catchy, through the door, boom, let's go.
And then your next man's you're out, and the next man in, and it's
you know what a record label has not done yet?
What's that?
Find the podcast.
That's brilliant. It's sowing seeds.
I mean, I don't know of any, but I'm just...
You're sowing one right here, mate. So don't want to say no more today, no more. But this is what it is now. It's sowing seeds.
Let's talk about it.
It's billing. This is what mine's all about.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not happy to bow out and sign.
Yeah, it's all come around full circle now. When he said he wasn't done.
Yeah. But then technically, we've again, I know Drizzy from producing on One Extra. So I met him with Tim Westwood. I knew him in the business. I've been an artist. I've been an MC from day one. Yeah. So even though now I've made a different transition and I've gone down a different lane, I ain't finished.
You can't leave.
I'm clearly not finished.
Yeah, you're still in it.
I'm clearly.
Yeah, you're still in it.
And it's just because you don't deep it at the time because you're going through transitions. You get older, you have a family, you have children. You go down different, you mature. So naturally in your head, you want to go, okay, cool. Anything that I'm doing going forward has to make sense.
Yeah.
It's not, we're not young anymore where we can just the whole year, we could fuck off the whole year because I'm 18 next year.
Yeah.
Nah, it's different, man. I'm 46 next year. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's a different level, but I respect it, man.
Yeah, respect.
And I respect it. And we're going to keep an eye on you, Bushkin. Yeah. And we've supported you from day one. We'll continue to support you.
Yeah, no, likewise,
and it's nothing but love. And anything else?
No, I was just going to say, how can, I think it's important that I think where you could potentially make a massive difference and imprint is record companies just go for artists or groups or singers or whatever. But you need, what happens when you find that one artist or group that pops off? You need someone to film the video, right? Yep. Do you have to go outsource that? Or do you have someone in-house? It's like, yo, let's roll.
That's right.
Marketing, do you have to go out and outsource him, or you got someone in-house that's like, yo, marketing team, we're ready? Yeah. Let's go. And it's just to have those people just there inside your camp already. For one, you're saving a lot of finances because they're in-house already. Yep. And two, it's just I feel, as humans anyway, that if you're on the same team and you're going for the same goal, you're going to want to put your best foot forward and push whoever that artist is that Bushkin brings from the and goes, you know what, guys? He or she.
Everyone jumping behind it, yeah. No, bro, it's what you're saying is brilliant. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I don't know if you've been to my studio in the office. It's in West London, funny enough.
I don't think I've been down there.
I'm building that up.
Yeah.
You understand? A little team, you understand? Yeah. A lady does the marketing. I've just set up my last little thing I've set up now. I'm building a circumference, you understand? So, again, it is about us. And we say it, but us having something about and owning. It's not that we're trying to exclude anyone or whatever, but we after charity starts at home and no one can deny that. You understand? So we have to build up ourselves and get onto level playing field. Because it's not really like that at the moment. If we're to be honest with ourselves, with black people and our counterparts. We just have to be honest. So right now we need to build love and put energy into ourselves, you understand? And build up and get there. And that's exactly what man are doing. I'm building a team. And we're building, and I want to work with other businesses. And that's how we grow. You understand? Big up Swiss is doing that black
Big up Swiss,
love all
man.
them things there, man. Yeah. We have to salute and build each other, and you understand? Raise our vibration, man.
All right, that's our camera, right?
Yeah, talk to
All right, listen, artists, camera, that's JoJo's department, so I'm not going to put anyone else on but Joe. So artists, marketers, all of that good stuff, yeah? Social media, get on your A game, learn as much as you can, because Bushkin is putting together his label. Now, if you step to Bushkin correctly and you can back up what you're presenting to him, don't just say, yeah, Bushkin, I'm good at social media, innit? And it's like, oh, what you do? Let me show me your work. You just have one, two little posts, one, two little hashtags. And break it down to him and say, look, Bushkin, this is what I do. I'll look after other accounts. This is what I could do with your label when you're ready to move forward. Boom, 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 boom. How can these people come correctly, yeah? This ain't no dibby Donny from the road. This is Bushkin. You were probably born because your mum or dad probably met at a Heartless rave. And he looked at your mum and said, that's mine.
Indirectly,
right?
Your mum might get braided up by a sound.
That's what I'm saying. So step correctly. If you're an artist, make sure you love your craft. Don't think about the pound. The money will follow you if you respect the craft.
Yes, sir.
So Bushkin, how can the people them getting caught, the serious ones, yeah? Don't waste Bushkin's time, people. But how can the serious ones reach out to you?
You know, I'm on Instagram, probably the main point of call, you understand? But I try my hardest to reply to everyone on the DM. You understand?
not easy.
Everyone are fair to you mentioned something earlier, and I said it again was on my heart to say, 'cause everyone deserves a chance.
Yeah, for sure.
And I try and be like that and try and this is what I'm trying to do. I've had my number for years, probably maybe like the 15 years you took the same one number. And sometimes it pains me, you know, when it's I'm like, oh, allow me, give me a break. But what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to remain the same as long as I can. I'm trying to be the same, without security, so I can go wherever I want.
Yeah, of course.
See
Calm.
me, and people approach me, and a lot of the time, you know what is? It's weird. People approach me and come with the less spills and this and ever, and I give people my number because this is what we done.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You give
Easy, quickly.
You give my number.
Yeah.
If man want to contact you, you understand? If someone comes and links me and they talk to me, I'm gonna give them my number because that's what we do.
Yeah.
It's not really Instagram is a new school to me. It's obviously on here. I can't give everyone my number like that.
Yeah.
But if man link me on, I say, yo, welcome, boom, boom. I'll give you my number. I'm on WhatsApp, whatever. But half the people, they don't even call.
Yeah.
You understand?
So they're not serious.
Yeah, it's so weird. Enough to my studio. I got the studio, and I always say to artists, come up to the studio, man. Come and link and catch a vibe. Even we sit down at all the reasoning and all the juice or whatever. Come on. And again, a lot of the UK artists don't come from the big ones to the small. There's certain man I can draw out and fix up. And again, I'm trying to. In a way, not fight against it, because fighting is the wrong word, but trying to cure that situation and bring the unity that where the man, a lot of the artists are a bit too bougie, some of them think they're too nice. It's odorous, but I'm not going to concentrate on what I don't like, I can concentrate on what man do like.
That's right. Yeah.
And we can curve it and we can bring it together and unite. But yeah, man, to answer your question, link me on the Instagram, that's my main.
What and what's the handle on the IG?
At MC Bushkin. The record label's got its own handle at Bush Bash Rex RECS. And then my other thing I was going to just mention as well, I've just recently set up a booking agency. I used to do it ages ago.
Back in the day.
BMs as well. Me and I used to do it together.
Nice.
And it was a good little business. And I left it for a little while to concentrate on music and stuff like that. Because I was trying to do too many things at that one particular point.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So now everything's kind of in place. I'm very happy with it where things are. Now we'll set up the agency again. And again, it's to have that circumference. People can come in and one thing with me, and I always say it to people when they're around me, I know my own heart and my own intentions.
100%.
I don't know these people out there.
You don't.
I don't know them. I don't know what they're about. And so my thing, I know when my heart is clean, and that's why I'm setting this thing to. It's going to uplift our people. I'm not here to rob or scandalise people. Everyone, my thing's clean. Some of the other people, they're very questionable.
Of course.
So, but the latest one is we are a B3 agency, you understand? And my aim is that we can get the artists, build them up, you understand? Especially from the underground. Build them up, you understand? Build up the name, whatever. When they're popping out there, they want the agencies, it's in-house.
Wicked.
I know we're here to look after. I'm not here to lie and cheat you and ginnels you like half of these people out there.
Yeah, man, support your own. As as the saying goes, charity begins at home. Support your own. Hit up Bushkin on his label Twitter.
Please do.
Yeah. Because you know the personal DMs can get crazy. Like you're probably getting mixed in with like big artists or what. Message him on his record label. You sure? All right. Say no more.
Well, this is the other thing. There's so much things just raising my mind. But people, it's not just one message or one phone call.
Now follow it up, man.
You want something bad enough.
Yeah, follow it up.
And this leads me to one of the last things because my son's also playing football.
Right.
And he wants to become a footballer. You know, I'm always, sometimes I say, man, and I even said to him the other day, every time I speak to you, it's like I'm moaning. But I'm not moaning. It's just I know what it takes.
To get to that position.
And I want you to reach your potential.
You did it in a harder field.
So I'm giving you everything. I'm telling you certain things for your benefit because I understand. I knew what it took for me to become an MC at
that level.
I was in my bedroom day and night writing lyrics. I will fall asleep with my pad on my lap, and I wake up and I go straight back in it, and I'm just in the zone. My brother would say, "Yo, we're out on the road." By this side, I could even drive. And I said, "Boy, I'm not even driving. You know, You might have to drive, and I'm in the back with my lyrics.
Yeah.
You know, and I will be peppering until man say, "Yo, be sharp, man." Bro. And I'm just in my lyrics, peppering. I know some of them remember it now because,
of course,
obviously back then they're not expecting this now.
No.
They man say, shut up, man, you're rubbish. Ray, is that? Hey,
They didn't respect it.
They didn't really respect. They didn't understand. But my mind was fixated.
Of course.
I won't having. I'll be in the back and I'm on in lyrics. Yes, and
single-mindedness.
One, so I'm telling my son like, I understand what it takes. But man grew up with a bit more hardships, and it's the hardships. Like they said, that's what the pressure make the diamond. So I'm telling my son like, not that he's got it more cushy, but it's things a bit more light.
Comfortable.
Yes, I'm trying to say to him, listen, you got to get the grit. It's that. You got to talk up. You got to talk in your team. You have to make your noise. Talk to your manager. Yo, what can I do better? How did I play?
Exactly.
You got to be vocal. You got to talk to your
Bush,
players.
this is the thing now. You can only do so much.
Amen.
You give them the tools.
Amen.
You let them know.
Amen. Brother.
And then they got to take it from there.
Amen. Yeah. Brother, listen, all my kids know me, and the people who know me because I'm very single track minded. Yes, and because one for me,
focused.
I'm saying, like, if you wanted, that's your business. As long as you're happy, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I'm doing what I'm doing. Cool. I'm very much the word selfish. People use it
in a bad way.
In a bad way.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. You have to care for yourself. You have to know yourself and love yourself first. You understand? And that's where
I'm at. Example.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. You understand? So, and my sons, it's weird you said it because I said to them, listen, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm on my trajectory. I've got my dreams, my aspirations, and I'm going for it. So you man are all your own individual people. There's only so much I can say or do.
Respect.
You understand? And at the end of the day, I'm going to get good. I am very much like that. And people, that's one thing people say about me. Oh, it's almost like I don't care. No, I do care. You understand? I do
just
care.
focus.
You understand? But I'm focused. At the end of the day, if you're doing what you're doing and you're happy, then
that's right.
Then that's it,
to me,
man.
that's real friendship. If you're happy, I'm happy for you, baby.
So you heard that, people.
Yeah, man.
You can hit Bushkin up. He's staying around. Don't worry, Bushkin ain't going away for now.
Nah, man.
But that was an amazing segment. I've just learned so much in that whole half an hour, 40 minutes. It's crazy. My mind is all over the place. But we're going to keep it moving because we've got more of the show. Joe Montana, Juicy Sacrifice Freckles, Morgan Heights is in the building.
No, Morgan, Twerk Franklin.
Man, take about the Doom man.
Doom man, you know.
Take about the Doom man. Don't play.
We've got special guest, MC Bushkin in the building.
Yes.
This is a great show. And we're going to keep it moving. Intermission period. We're keeping it moving. Libianca, this record is called People. It's one of my favorite records right now. Salute to her. She retweeted it. No, she didn't retweet it. I put a post up the other day and she liked it. And I'm just showing her support. Beautiful woman. Great voice. Check this tune out. People. 2 podcast. Season 6, you know?
Amen.
Episode 1. We have special guest MC Bushkin in the building. Shout out to the rest of the man, them Jojo, Drizzy Freckles, myself, Morgan Heights, speaking to you right now. And we're going to go into this next section. I believe, I just feel like a lot of people right now just don't understand what the internet is and the craziness that happens on it. So I'm looking around. Again, things just jump, because I'm on YouTube a lot, I'm on the socials, and things just gravitate to me. So I'm looking on IG now, and this girl called Roll the Taurus, she's put out a tweet, she's put out a TikTok video, right? and she's supposed to be an Instagram model. She's got her OnlyFans. Of course. Yeah. So she recently told a story, and the story is based on some guy she met on TikTok called Tropper 2 Ounce.
Oh, drop me out.
And you remember Tropper 2 Ounce? You met a guy called
Come on.
Tropper 2 Ounce, you know?
Nothing positive is going to come out of this.
You cannot bring someone around your house called Tropper 2 Ounce.
Tropper 2 Ounce. Not
like,
even a key?
Yeah, Chopper 2 Ounce. Anyway, where do you even get that?
Bro,
You can't even write it.
I'll let her explain what happened. Listen to this.
Okay, story time. You see this guy right here? Basically, I started talking to this guy on Instagram, and obviously I know him from TikTok. Basically, we were talking for like a couple days, FaceTiming each other and everything. He's so nice, he's so sweet to me, and he basically says he wants to come to Tampa to see me. So basically, he books a flight to Tampa, and his cousin drops him off at my house. And he's so sweet. We're like drinking and watching movies and stuff, and he's just so sweet to me, and not a red flag in sight.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. Where she says not a red flag in sight, you're the red flag. No, you're the red flag first of all, because
So basically, he's at my house. We're watching movies. We order food, just drinking and stuff. And then it's like 2 a.m, so we decide to go to sleep. So we're both laying down in the bed. I fall asleep, and that's it. Lights out for me. I'm sleeping.
Notice she didn't say if they slept together or not.
No, but you know what? Yeah, I don't like how they flip sleep. They flip sex into sleep.
Why they do that?
We went to sleep at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, what did you do between that time? Why, when you was moving up and you was doing your thing and you got there and then you had drinks and that and then you ended up in bed?
And you didn't confirm if it was Netflix and chill, or if it Disney Plus and Bus. We don't know.
No.
Plus and Bus.
We don't know. She didn't say what streaming platform she's using to watch the movies. These things are important.
Anyway,
just say.
Okay.
And then I wake up at 8 a.m., realize he's not laying next to me. I come out to my living room. He's not there. I check the door. He left my house with my door unlocked. So I text his phone and I'm like, hey, you left. And I'm blocked. I go on Instagram. I'm blocked on everything. Blocked on Twitter. Everything. So basically, I'm like, okay, let me go check my stuff because this is really weird. And basically, he robbed me of my Rolex. And something else, I don't know what it was that he took, but I have the video here so you guys can see.
First of all, you knew he took your Rolex, but you don't know what else is missing in your house. Don't you know what's in your house? I don't understand.
What I don't understand is she said she went downstairs and the door was unlocked. Like, how else is he meant to get outside though? Like, if you lock the door behind you, you're meant to unlock it to get outside. Like, she's really not selling this story to me, you know?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And you can see him right here. That's my purse. He's going through. And he's going through my purse. And then he finds my Rolex. And he basically steals my watch and puts it on his wrist.
How are you inviting somebody from an app like TikTok to your house and not checking their CV? How do you think, or what do you think is going to happen to you or your potential items in your house? You don't know because you just invited a stranger in your yard and it's peak. You don't know him from Adam. You had 2-2 conversation with him on Instagram. Donnie's got tattoos. His name is Chopper 2 Ounce. And now you're crying on Twitter saying my things are gone missing and you want us to feel sorry about it.
May I proceed?
Cook.
Okay.
Cook.
First of all, you met this Donnie off of TikTok, right?
Yeah.
You don't, first of all, with all due respect, brother, your name is very suspect.
Yep.
Let's just keep it a buck. Your
Let's keep
user
it
handle
100.
is very suspect. You're like 25 pence or something. You could have been £1, but you went for 25 pence. But anyway, we move. Right. Here's the red flags for me, though.
Talk to me.
It sounded like from your side of the story, he self-invited himself to come to Tampa, Florida to hang out with you. Yeah? Cool.
Yeah.
As a woman, I would just assume you'd have been like, hey, all right, you want to come to Tampa? Okay, cool. We can meet up. Burger King and Mickey D's and Nando's or Wagamama's or Five Guys, whatever. Neutral
ground.
Read the room and then work out if, you know what, I'm having such a great time tonight. Do you want to go to a nightclub or bar, whatever? He might suggest that to her and she goes, you know what, let's go to mine and, as Luke Cage likes to say, let's get some coffee. Go back to yours. Now, I think it's very, 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 very suspicious that we did not hear any between the sheets, things was happening.
Yeah.
With all due respect, 'cause by her voice, she sounds like Latino or something. Like she's kind of
She's,
Hispanic.
she's in between.
Do you know what I'm saying?
She looks like Pocahontas.
Hybrid.
Okay.
It's a hybrid. Did you call her a hybrid?
Hybrid, man's wicked, Fuck.
Sorry. Too much? All right. No, but I was right with the ethnicity, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. You got respect, like. See, I just picked up ethnicity without even...
No, that's right. You know her.
I wish I would have taken that Rolex. I'd have taken some calories off of her, that's for sure.
Yeah, go on.
But like, Donnie doesn't, at no point in that story did she go like, oh, he made a little pass at me, And I was like, oh my gosh, she wants to bust it open. We go, we have a little, we go have a little, book session under the sheets. None of that happened. You fall asleep. You let your guard down and fall asleep with this Donnie. You don't even know.
You don't know from
And
Adam.
then you're surprised?
And you're surprised. And then she's gone on. What I did is I went into more rabbit holes where she's continued to put videos out about contacting his family, putting his IG up on blast, saying, look for this guy, find this guy, rare. I'm saying to myself, this is the problem with people. Where is your accountability? Why aren't you telling us, you know what, I fucked up.
Yeah.
I should have checked his credentials before I invited him into my house.
You know what? The first is weird. A couple of things come to my mind, but the first thing is, it's as a big woman. I don't know how old she is, but no matter
she's an adult.
Yeah. You know what? You can just take that and say, "I'll take the L," and it's a lesson. You don't even need to put it on the internet. It's embarrassing, but that takes me to my second thing. This is the new age people. They ain't got no shame.
Yeah, it's weird.
They ain't got no shame.
They
and then my third thing is, and it's just bottom line rapping this, she's a liar.
Yeah.
Boy, it sounds like
all three of them things, that's my synopsis on it.
Yeah.
You're like, what she's saying ain't 100.
It's not
She's
100.
lying. And again, this is most people now. There's no wrong or right to it. You meet girl and everyone gives you the best story and put the best foot forward. I like that. I said, what's the worst of the situation?
Yeah.
Don't tell me the best of the situation, because everyone fluffs up things. Tell me the worst of it, and that way that I can make my mind and my judgment of.
Right.
It's like, this person, all she's doing is fluffing up and lying. You got smashed up, you fell asleep, and the man clapped your things.
Because...
Nah, you own it. Own that. Own it, take the shame, take the pain out of it, and then that's your lesson. And you're not going to do that again.
But
and
the
what
thing
you should
is,
be saying to other girls is, don't do that.
Right,
That's
simple.
what you should be saying.
But the thing is, nowhere in that story she gave us, again, this is her side of the story, did she say, yeah, so you know what, I got super comfortable around him, I took him upstairs, I was like, let me show you some of the gifts I've had in the past. Here's my little Rolex my daddy got me from Nothing. None of that. You just made it out like he just went and started looking around.
She's lying. She is lying. She's a liar.
Take accountability,
please.
people.
And all she should be saying to other girls is, you know what, I made a grave mistake here and it cost me my Rolex. But you know what, by alerting other girls that this, hopefully the user wouldn't make the same mistake. Because I know it can happen, you understand?
It can happen.
But she should be putting it out and saying it 100. And then that way she'll get her blessings out of it. You understand?
And touch wood,
whoa,
that was pause. Yeah. That was the least of her worries.
Yep.
Something happened that can be easily replaced.
Yeah,
We've heard worse stories.
100%.
We've heard the Dharmas and them, man.
We've heard the madness.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And this is the thing, like, let this be a lesson. You said it. Let this be a lesson to you. If you're going to speak to somebody that you have never met before off the internet, do your due diligence.
Please.
Especially them type of name. You can't judge them by the cover, but them chopper name, that.
Chopper
Chuckie.
Come on, man.
Chuckie. Not even 4, 6, or 8. 2. You went for the lowest, bro. You're 2 away from 0. You're 1 away from 1. 2 key.
It's crazy.
Nah, drop me out.
It's crazy.
2 key, you know.
Giveaway. That's a giveaway.
We got things to do. Intermission period 3. It's like this.
We're now listening to the Fast Food Podcast.
Fast Food Podcast. Season 6, episode 1. Our underrated hip-hop artist of the week this week is the one and only Busta Rhymes. I felt like we needed to have this section in the podcast because not only are we massive hip-hop fans, and I know Bush can attest to this, but I feel like sometimes there's artists that don't get their proper flowers. And we respect Busta Rhymes.
100.
There's not even no question about it. But I just don't feel like he gets the respect that the J's and the DMX's, the Nas's get.
Yeah.
So we just want to do this section for those type of artists. Real name, Trevor Smith Jr., born May 20th, 1972.
The day before you?
We're born on the same day.
Oh shit, you're 20 years. So why before it's 21st?
We're born on the same day. And it's funny because obviously he's got Jamaican descent, he's Jamaican heritage.
Yeah. He's not your virgin though. I know you're born to say that. So,
born in Brooklyn. Went to the same school as DMX, Jay-Z, and someone else, and Biggie.
What?
I think it's just big. I think it's just Biggie and Hove, isn't it?
So they're all from George Weston High School. DMX, Jay-Z, and someone else went from there.
Biggie,
Biggie.
Something in the water, man.
Oh, wow. And they're all the same age or different years?
I feel like there might be...
I think Biggie's probably the youngest out of the three of them. He would have, God bless the, you know what I mean? He would have been the youngest out of the three of them. But yeah, they all went to the same... Like Brooklyn...
Wow.
There's an argument to be made. Brooklyn might be the best, like, area-wise for MCs in rap history. Yeah. But that's another time.
Busta Rhymes has released 10 studio albums in the span of 25 years. This guy here has compilations. He has 8 mixtapes, 91 singles. 91. He's got 50 featured artists. He's a featured artist 50 times.
Yep.
14 promotional singles and 56 music videos. Hits like Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See.
Game change. He's done some game changing videos.
Oh,
baby, if you give it to me.
And he had the one with Janet Jackson as well, isn't it?
That might be the coldest.
That was mad. The one there was different.
You know what, Bushkin? The one with Janet Jackson. Not only was it a big tune, but not only was it a big tune, it was a big move.
It was.
The move itself was.
Janet Jackson, cool. That's legendary in itself.
You can't. Not anyone can just get a tune with.
Yeah, you can't go around.
Janet Jackson was looking.
What? And the video, groundbreaker.
They spent like $1 million on that.
Easy, worth it. Every penny.
Spending peas on videos.
Yeah, them days there, they were Their budgets were ridiculous.
Stupid. Right. So his career started from a crew called Leaders of the New School. He broke through off a record by a Tribe Called Quest called The Scenario. We had that record. We had this last featured. He was the last feature on the record as I combined with the two from the mind. Heal up, bring it back, come rewind, powerful impact, boom from the cannon. Imagine when a like
a Dungeon Dragon. Just say that.
Platinum every time he put an album out up to 2002, he went platinum.
Easy.
He had top 20 records, top 10 hits. He never had a number one. But
funny enough, which is that's an interesting fact.
Interesting,
yeah, because he had scorches.
Even as a feature, he never had a number one.
He never had a number one.
As a solo artist,
he never billboarded at number one.
Okay. As a solo artist,
because
that Mariah, I feel like
Busta Rhymes himself
has never had a number one.
Never had a number one record.
Rotting. I'm trying to think of what song. Oh, I know what song he was a number one feature for. That Pussycat Dolls had to have been a number one. We need to look in that. That has to have been a number one. That's true. The
Pussycat Dolls one he's featured.
Yeah, it has to be.
Let me just say, right, that when I hear Busta Rhymes, when I heard Busta Rhymes back in the day, his cadence, the way that he rapped, his sound, he was the only person that could put a Jamaican accent on and run it.
Sound good,
sound good. And was convincing.
The rest of them sound thank you.
They didn't know what they was doing.
Yeah.
His performance on a stage show was unprecedented. He was cold with it. I was screwing when he lost his locks. Because that was his powers.
In a way,
I felt like kind of
dampened.
It was never the same since.
It was never quite the same.
He's had hits. Don't get us wrong. He's had hits. But when he had the locks.
Yeah, that was part of the image and the power.
Gliding.
The conversation online, especially with in the culture right now, is if he clashed somebody on that stage that
the verses kind of thing.
The verses. And they're pitting him with someone like Lil Wayne. Now, I ain't sitting here saying Lil Wayne is any Donny. I'm just gonna say this. You might have the records, but you ain't gonna have the performance. To this day, Busta Rhymes is going to outperform me. And don't forget, when you're doing these clashes, Bushkin...
That's what it's about, yeah. Lyrics is almost secondary. Yeah. You understand? But funny enough, Americans they're clashing things slightly different. But Busta Rhymes, where he's got the Caribbean vibe, he's got that presence, and he's big and he's commanding. Because Lil Wayne's one of the best. To me, I rate Lil Wayne.
Me too.
But again, and he can actually perform. But when you say Busta Rhymes and Lil Wayne,
going 20 records for 20 records.
I wouldn't. Me personally, I don't know Lil Wayne. I don't know him.
Don't do that.
But if I was any way, shape, or form had access to get into Lil Wayne's ear, I would be like, bro,
yeah, respectfully,
leave that one alone. Because Busta Rhymes is easily one of, not just in hip hop, in this music thing, he's easily one of the best stage performers of all time.
Facts.
The way Busta, what song is it? There's a song he does, with At Fell. He raps over the beat, and then his DJ Scratchator knows to cut the music, and Busta's still rapping as if the beat's on there. A cappella, mad fast, and you can hear every single word.
That's what he's saying. His cadence and diction when he spits is so clean. And that's the thing. When I used to listen to Busta, his voice was just, it was
powerful.
there.
Yeah, it's controlled.
Remember when he featured on the Flavor in Your Ear remix with Biggie,
Craig Mack,
LL
Cool J. Yeah, I think it's those four.
He was always lost.
Because
you can't put Busta Rhymes anywhere else on a record. You have to leave him for that because he's just massive. And he's animated and it's just and he's just off the chart. And again, I feel like I would say we all gravitate to him because of his Caribbean heritage. And also just the way that he is on records. He is a sound boy. He's a sound man.
Facts.
That's what it is.
Facts.
But I just don't think he gets the credit that he deserves in terms of the other names around him. So this is why I wanted to say salute to Busta Rhymes.
Yes, amen.
Keep doing what you're doing. While you're alive, we're giving you our flowers. We respect you, we salute you, and we keep it moving.
The Fast Food Podcast.
This week, we got another segment, as I mentioned at the top of the show, called Why Don't You Just Shut Up? And Why Don't You Just Shut Up goes out to all the women who are claiming that they are being sexually objectified in the gym. And they're saying that men are looking at them for way too long while they're making their videos, riding up their batty. And personally, I need them all to shut up because this is what happens. This is what a lot of women do. There's actual women who are being really objectified. There's actually women who are really going through serious life-changing experiences by crazy men or men who are just foul. And that's taken away from that situation. If a man's in the gym, Bushkin, if I'm in the gym and I'm doing weights and a woman walks past me and she's got some of the women in my gym, they've got their pants rided all the way up. And these pants ain't made like that, but they make it arch of their batty crease.
Of course.
I can see camel toe. I can see the whole thing. I'm gonna do this. And now I could get cancelled for that shit. What's going on here? Have I got to wear sunglasses at the gym now?
Then it's such a, you know what, everything now is overdone and baked. It's your eyes. If you want to look. Yeah, it's just a bit too much nowadays. You're in the gym, you understand, like, cool, you understand? Women look at men in the gym. If a man's got a big muscle and he's pumping a weight,
you couldn't look at them.
Remember, you could be looking at your form, your stance, you understand? There's many things. You don't know what men are looking at, you understand? Okay, we're looking at your bum. How do you get that bum? You understand? So,
bro, we are human.
You never know because a man might be approaching you to like, you know what? I've been trying to get my missus into the gym, and you've got your physique. Prototype is hard. Like
exactly.
You don't know.
You know what? All it is attention seeking. And you know what it is? This is the good thing with life. Everything is down to choices. There's a time you can choose to go to the gym. You understand? You're going to get less attention. Not to say that you're not
early hours in the morning.
But you may get less attention. Or you go to a different gym, or you go to a home gym, or you go to an all-female gym. Don't come online and make up noise, because you know what? Just change the situation. A lot of time people moan about things they don't like. Just change it.
I feel like I'm going to ask this question to you, Drizzy. Do you think this is like an extension of the Me Too movement that's going on, where women are saying that they're being overly objectified? Because the Me Too thing is, listen, men are doing this, they're being overly aggressive, they're trying to finesse me. But I'm looking at this and going, hold on a minute, you're in a gym and this is a public place. So really, what is really going to happen to you? And my thing is who are you going to run to when you need to be saved by the man that you saying, are you going to run in another man's arms now? Is that what we're doing? Because I'm sure the person that works there or the staff members are men.
Yeah, and it's going to be men. He's going to have to step in if it is.
And assist.
Really gets to that point.
And assist Donnie to go out of the gym.
Yeah, I just think that we're going down this very deadly downward trajectory where some of these women are going to find themselves in situations where they keep crying wolf, and then when the wolf is actually in the pen, people are going to be trying
to yam their naan.
Yeah, well, I've seen your previous 60 videos where you were crying wolf.
Where the wolf is licking his lips like this.
Yeah. See what I mean? I've seen your previous 60 videos where you always show a guy walking past you, and because he's looking, we don't know, because he's looking like this. He could be looking over your shoulder and looking up. There, we don't know. But because of the way you cut it, and they never cut it in a way where they actually have a conversation with a guy and say, excuse me, were you looking at me? And say, no, I was actually looking at looking at the equipment,
give the man a chance
and seeing how long you're going to be. Or I was like, you know what I feel like, because I'm a personal trainer, but you wouldn't know that because you just think that I'm preying on you.
A predator.
Your form is very bad. And if you continue doing that for the next 20 days, you're going to give yourself a serious injury. It's none of these things. There's never any conversations in these videos.
And that's the cheek of it, you know? That's
cheeky.
Where things are going wrong. But again, what a lot of this social media thing about when you cut it to the bottom line and go to the root of it, it's attention. People want attention. So these people are putting their thing, they want to get views and the numbers up. It's not, I don't know, and I can't talk for everyone.
No, you're facts. That's facts.
Because
this is my thing, Bushkin. This is the thing, right? Women are telling me that you're not dressing up like that for attention. Are you telling me? Because when we go to the gym, I just wear any t-shirt, any jeans, any shorts, and my crepes, and my old crepes. I'm not wearing my new crepes to the gym. I'm just trying to work out where they're propping up their phone.
And exactly. It's some exhibitionist thing.
Scantily clad.
Exactly. It's exhibitionist.
Look at you pulling that out.
You're not scantily clad.
Say no more.
Yeah, it's a mad thing.
It's an exhibition. And again, it's all for likes and views. You understand? That's where we're at now in society.
Likes
it's
and views.
all for likes and views. But the man, they said it best, man. Do it for the love when they do it for the likes. You understand? And that's how the thing's supposed to. You understand?
I just heard the title. I just heard the title of the episode.
That's the title right there.
All for the likes and views.
All right, so Bushkin, there's two dilemmas available right now, right?
All right.
Do you want to hear dilemma A or do you want to hear dilemma B?
B's got to be B for Bushy, you know.
All right.
Let's go.
You're ready to, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Say no more. Okay. So, where is my
dilemma time? Dilemma time.
Hold on.
Dilemma time. I'm going to have to get my son to do like a little drop or something.
A little jingle, a little jingle.
Dilemma time. All right. Here is the dilemma. Now, this dilemma arrived in my DMs. We were on Clubhouse, Morgan and I. Shout out to, if you don't know, we do a fast food podcast, nightly viewing of a watch along for Love Island.
Love Island, shout out to the girls.
It's very entertaining. I know you lot are thinking, oh my gosh, you do love it. It's very entertaining. It's funny to take the female's perspective on certain things that are going on in the house. Anyway, so we put out a little filler like, hey, we want to get a dilemma, boom, 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 boom. So DM landed in my inbox. Here is my dilemma. I genuinely need help.
Here we go.
I have been dating someone for a year next month. everything's going pretty well. It feels like a conventional relationship, as in there would be no difference if we put a title on it. However, both of us are reluctant to do that. I've told him I don't want to be in a relationship, and he says the same, despite both of us being exclusive and doing everything. A couple would do... wait, what? What is that? Oh. Okay, so we both exclusively do... You lot need to put your full stops in the right place, man. So both of us doing exclusive things and everything together, a couple would do. The problem is, my ex is now back in the picture. And although I haven't entertained it out of respect for the man I'm dating, I'm pretty sure my ex is trying to get me back. And lately, the man I've been dating has disrespected me on more than one occasion, and I've grown quite fed up. I've gone quite fed up of it. Nothing too crazy, but enough to make me reconsider my ex's question. Question, do I stay in limbo with the man I'm dating, or do I, like a boomerang, go back to my ex?
You want to go first?
She's lying.
Jesus Christ.
You're a liar.
You're a liar. Wow.
Yeah. She's lying.
Bushkin, elaborate.
He did. She's lying.
She's lying. They're busting up.
He elaborated twice for you. She's lying. Bushkin, elaborate. She's lying.
Right. So she's saying now that all of a sudden her man that she's with is just keeping up. Her ex has come back in the picture and she's going to use that as an excuse to to go forward.
What she's asking, the guy who she's exclusively with,
yeah,
he's been acting up recently. She's been feeling a little bit disrespected. Sorry,
Yeah.
Her ex is now like a shark.
Yeah.
Smells blood. Now's on the scene.
Yeah.
So she's wondering, is this the universe with its wild humor? Like, well, you know what? He's been disrespecting you. Let me send you better the devil, you know. Let me send you something from your give you that old thing back. So what does she do? Does she stay with the Donnie who's not exclusively with her as a couple, but has been keeping her warm all these nights, or does she get with?
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said she's
The
lying.
ex.
Because in the story, and again, it's the same thing I said earlier, people dress it up and paint the picture to suit them and make it look.
Yeah.
You understand? She's read that over 1,600 times and then press send, you understand? All
I
it
just
is-
blocked that 1,600 times.
This is why I got the Discord, yeah?
Yeah.
She said, everything's going okay. And what, if it's going okay, then what are you talking about?
you
Why
rocking the
even
boat?
messaging in? You're lying. It ain't going okay.
No.
You understand? Or if it one or the other, it can't go. 'Cause remember, at the beginning of the story, she said it's going okay.
Yeah.
And then she said she's being disrespected.
There's a few lies in there.
She's lying.
Like the first lie was like, oh, I don't want to be in a relationship.
She's
The
lying.
next lie, oh, it's going okay.
Yeah.
She's lying.
It's contradicting herself.
That's what I said.
Surprise.
It's hella flaky, isn't it?
She's lying. I just cut things all. I
Dandruff.
cut them to the bottom line. She's lying. You understand? And ultimately, she's made the decision up already. You understand? She's asking, if it's one of them ones, she knows what she wants to do, and she's doing what she's going to do.
knows what she wants
no
to
matter
do.
who says whatever, she's made up her mind already. So again, you're lying. But you know what these people forget? You're lying to yourself.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, that's one of our dilemmas. We're going to do them on a fortnightly basis.
Yeah, if you got any dilemmas, obviously jump in the comment section, and we want to hear from you in regards to this dilemma. Yeah, all dilemmas, as you can tell, I didn't mention no names. Just say absolutely anonymous. It's important.
The man said,
but let us know in the comment section, and if you know of any dilemmas, DM us on the Fast Food Podcast IG, or you could do Morgan Heights or Juicy Freckles on the IG. But DM us and let us know. Oh yeah, sorry, excuse me. We're moving up in the world like George and Wheezy. Email us at fastfoodpodcast.com with a dilemma. It doesn't have to be yours. unless you want it to be. But respectfully, if you tell us, hey, can I stay anonymous? He doesn't know my dilemma. I don't know his dilemma. So it keeps it spontaneous
We like
and on
it.
the
That's
cuff.
how we like
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
That's how we like it.
So yeah, just hit us up, fastfoodpodcast.com on the Gmail, and obviously get in the comments and let us know what you thought about that dilemma. But that's a new feature. Next show, another dilemma for you.
The Fast Food Podcast.
Before we wrap up, we're going to just quickly run through a couple pop culture news and events. First and foremost, You People. Have you seen it on Netflix?
No, I don't know.
Have you?
As soon as I started watching it, I thought of you straight away. Because you are in said situation.
Yeah.
It's just that the color schemes are different. Yeah.
So I watched it today.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, actually. It's...
Wait, your dad's Muslim?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Not that there's anything wrong having a Muslim dad, yeah? Jesus Christ.
So without...
He was like, whoa! Don't put out me.
So I don't know if are we gonna spoiler alert or are we gonna not?
Here's a quick summary, then you say what you got to say. It's basically a white Jewish guy falls head over heels for a sister who's of Muslim background. You've seen this movie before, Clash of Cultures, yada, yada, yada. Fire away.
What's his name?
Jonah Hill.
Jonah
is
Hill.
the guy.
Laura London is the girl. Is the girl.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy is the dad.
Funny. And Miss, Jesus Christ.
And
Nia Long
is the mum.
No. I didn't mean to introduce her like that. Laura London was looking fine.
Oh, Laura London.
Rest in peace to brother Nipsey.
Yeah,
I understand.
Laura London is absolutely off the chain, and she's getting older and just more voluptuous as she gets older, bruv. It's a massive
like
lead.
wine. You know,
there's a shot.
Wine?
There's a shot where she's got her back to the camera.
Yeah.
And
hello.
I paused it.
Yeah.
A couple of times.
Remember.
Respectfully.
Remember, it's been a month. Don't
take
nothing out.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because I could go back and
But one of God's greatest creations is in this movie as Laura London's mum, which is Nia Long.
Yeah.
She
still looks good.
It
was funny. I enjoyed it. Some of the writing was, I feel like I'll tell you what I got from it. Some of it was reachy. Some of it was reaching.
And preachy.
Because we've just had a conversation about our culture and how we are very, very welcoming to other cultures, no matter what. But we do understand we're black, and we do understand the nuances that happens in this world and how we are treated in certain demographics, right? So I felt like some of the stuff, because they wanted to tell a specific story, they were reaching on certain things. So I'm going to say one thing. There was a part where she didn't get the job, and they're arguing in the kitchen. And he was like, look, I can make a phone call for you, and I can get you maybe to see somebody or get you in the door. And she was like, hold on, I'm a black woman. We struggled. I don't need your help. And I'm checking that going, my brethren Roger down the road, he's white. And if he says to me, come and make £300, I'm off. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the big man thing, bruv. Bro, you bro, I'm not taking no money from you. What?
She tried to. The writing had her put it like it was a handout.
Yes.
It wasn't a handout. It was your partner saying, "Look, babes, I need to get you. I don't like how you're looking right now."
That stereotype in the black woman,
right?
That angry black woman. I haven't even seen this show, but again, I know what they're trying to do out there.
But there's a funny scene in the car.
It's hilarious.
There's a funny scene in the car.
Which one? When
Paris comes on.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy's in the car with Jonah Hill's wife, and he goes, and Eddie's like, "This is my jam," and Jonah's like, "Oh, this is my tune," and Eddie's like, "Oh man, you know what? What's the name of the song again?" And Jonah's like, "Yeah, that." You know what? I can't remember the name. He goes, it's Paris. He goes, no.
Paris.
What type of people in Paris?
He's trying to get my man to say that.
Eddie was on point.
Pressing him. He's pressing him. But all in all, good. All in all, good. I just, you know what I mean? I checked for certain things. The reason why I relate to it is because my wife's a Jew.
Okay.
And so obviously there's a culture there.
Yeah.
So it's, okay, cool.
You can understand and read into it.
I see the little, you know what I mean? But then obviously my situation, again, is very unusual in terms of the both of them get heat from the parents.
Each side.
Each side. So Eddie Murphy is giving him heat.
Busting his balls.
And the mum's giving her heat. Where in my situation, I never got heat. I was welcomed.
Yes.
And I've always been welcomed because I'm a stand-up guy, and that's why I'm married to my wife today. Salute to my wife, Lisa. Boom. Anyway, fast forward, new season of Bel Air.
Season 2, baby.
Season 2. So you know
23rd?
Will Smith's what do you call it?
A reimagining. It's not a reboot, it's a reimagining of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I didn't even know about
The first season slaps. There was a few few episodes that are a little bit filler, but overall...
And what, Will Smith's in it himself again?
No.
No. He's executive
New
producer.
cast.
Yeah.
New actor.
Yeah.
Young cast.
Yeah.
New scenarios, but more up to date in terms of the time now we're living in social media.
Yo, this version of Jeffrey...
Cold.
He would have been on stage with you at the Clash.
Shelling. He would have been shelling. It's English.
He ain't rapping.
He's a shellers.
They got him from Yard as well.
I don't know about this. You know, I don't even get to watch TV. I hardly watch TV.
It's one of them.
Okay, I'll
check
look
that
out
out.
for that one there.
Check that out. You got a season to catch up.
And Lisa in this.
Beautiful.
Cold, yeah.
Beyonce World Tour.
Beyonce's back outside, man.
I see a couple things there, but I ain't so up to the time, but I see a couple things with her. I see 3 things. One, I see a picture of, and that she had her knees was...
Oh, yeah, like, bruised or whatever.
It looked like, well, you would speculate, they were speculating as to the cause of that. Yeah. I saw that. And I saw...
I just assumed she was showing Hov some love, do you know what I mean? Don't let the hive come behind the aid. We're not saying the domestics, we're just saying like maybe in the car, Hov was like, babes, you know what I mean?
What's the issue with the ticketing at the moment? They were saying there's an issue with tickets.
There is no issue. It's Beyonce.
And
there's
it's
tiers.
expenses.
Yeah, there's tiers. You get bottom of the barrel tier.
Right.
Then you want the full experience. It goes up and up and up and up and up.
Right.
It's Beyonce. It is what it is.
I saw the I saw that the needs. I saw the man said the Grammys.
Yeah.
What's the one the man Diplo? And he done like when she won her Grammy. He must have done he obviously it's loud, so he kind of mimed it. Or he said it, but obviously you can't hear. And he said they bought that. She bought that.
Right.
I saw that little clip in just about 2 days ago. So when she won the Grammy, they said, Beyonce, Beyonce. The camera's panned to him and he's kind of just caught like lip in
the thing.
They paid for that. And basically then the report was saying basically they paid for that to make her have the most Grammys.
So she's the most Grammy winning artist of all time.
Yeah. So
she surpassed Whitney Houston.
So that's what they said that. Which again,
I respect
all these
it.
things is fabricated.
But the Renaissance album is
good.
The album from start to finish is fire.
It's got the fire.
Okay, yeah.
I never got into the
So
Renaissance
I don't know where
at the time
the
that
hit
it came out, but the slaps that came out from it that I hear on the radio are all fire.
Yeah. I've only heard the commercial, but I haven't listened to our whole album again. But then the third thing what I heard is the LBTG man that was kicking out about you understand? And they kind of must have kick out and said that she performed in Dubai. Yeah. And in Dubai, obviously, they're against all them kind of things.
That's not Beyonce's problem.
So the community must have lashed out and said to her like, wow, and kind of
the LGBTQ community, the LGBTQ plus community better relax. Grammys. Briefly, I mentioned at the top of the show, Sam Smith. We're going to move from that because I don't want to get cancelled. Second of all, Jay-Z's performance, Khaled, amazing.
Oh, I didn't even see
He sent me the clip and I
Jay-Z
stopped everything, put it on, put the speakers on, and watched Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, and Jay-Z perform at the Grammys. And I was just like, they were sitting
together?
Sat around the table, bro. Just
what song?
God Did.
Oh yeah, scene, yeah.
I did.
And yeah, Jay-Z had a bad verse and it's still
Crazy.
Yeah.
So they went off on that.
That's cold still. That's
what-
a good monument still.
The mad thing is, another thing, see how you said someone got caught on camera? Did you see J-Lo and Ben Affleck get caught on
that's
camera?
funny.
J-Lo's cussing him out, but doesn't realise the camera's on him, and then turns back and is like, she must have said something to him. I don't know. Maybe he's drinking too much again, or I don't know.
So,
I don't know.
Oh, snap. Funny you say that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of Jordans, the sneakers, there's a trailer that came out today called Air. That's the title of it. It's called Air. And it's basically Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. They are telling the story of how Nike persuaded persuaded Michael Jordan to sign with them as opposed to other companies.
Yeah. I think Adidas or one of them will
Right.
them, yeah.
Like, it's a fascinating story because he wanted to be with
What is this?
Adidas.
What is this? Like a
It's going to be an actual movie like going to cinema, watch it.
Yeah.
The crew, I sent a couple man them and it's like, just let us know when you're going.
I'm ready.
And basically, because Jordan always wanted to sign with Adidas because Adidas was the big brand in basketball those days. But Adidas didn't rate him.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
He saw Magic Johnson, all that man there in Converse. He's trying to get Converse. Nike came in and it's like, look, we can't offer you the money that they're offering you, but we'll design something specifically for you.
Right. Quickly, by the time we do the next show, Rihanna would have done the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Looking forward to that.
Rihanna back outside. Beyonce's outside.
Yeah, the last one with them, Snoop Dogg and them, man, it was epic
cold.
still, so she's got a lot to live up. But again, she's epic. Again, you know what? When I'm looking around in the world nowadays, I just think everything's fixed, you know.
I don't know.
It's a shame, but
It's the top people doing what the top
and it's
people
like,
do.
all right, Beyonce just done that. Now Rihanna's gonna slip in.
Yeah.
It's almost like you can't write it, but it's written. It's
Yeah.
like
It's
bait.
all-
It's
bait.
bait. You have
It's
to say
true.
it's bait.
Man City are being investigated for over 100
Breaches, financial breaches.
financial breaches.
It's unfortunate, but oh well.
And it's looking peak because I'm on Twitter with Man City fans that I know and they're panicking. Because if it does get found out that they have been doing little things under the books, they could get relegated and they could lose a lot of money and players will have to be sold.
And not have access to, they could have a 4 or 5 year transfer ban.
What?
So yeah.
But again, so much is fixed, and all these things are just to draw people out and to take people away from what's going on.
Yeah.
You understand? So again, I support Liverpool, but I didn't really follow football too hard again because
Just put your hand
it's
down, man.
like, you understand what's really going on? You understand right now?
What's going on behind the scenes?
Yeah, and who are
Money.
these people and what's going on? I don't, like I said earlier, I don't know these people's hearts and their minds. I can't really trust them too hard like that. And a lot of this, just to put it into perspective, I probably like this anyway, but I watched WrestleMania.
Come on.
9 the other day, 1985. Randomly, and I started watching it, and I was like, wow, taking Man to Man, Ratchet Savage, and all these guys, and
Hulk Hogan and all that,
and all the man, them, I was like, Shawn Michaels, and I'm like, I'm in my element to tank, I'm like, you understand? I was like, proper, I used to love all the matches, you know,
I played the arcade games.
That's our era there, you understand? So,
Big Boss Man,
all of them, man, the Jake the Snake Roberts,
Oh, come on.
I can name them to the end that I was a fan. But anyway, when I watched it, I said, what's up, wow? And that particular one was in the Caesar's Palace. They had the Roman Emperor. Everyone dressed up in the togas. It was mad.
It was mad. It was a big theatrical event.
Theatrical. And I'm saying, that was 1985. I'm saying, what was it? 1989 it might have been. Something like that. 85 or 89, but whatever. And I said to myself, okay, we are.
That was all
how much money is here? This is pay-per-view. Back then, it was pay-per-view. There were like thousands in the arena. It's sold out. People watching it. And I'm like, wow, okay, so how much money that was patting up from back then? And I remember what came to my mind. My brother used to say to me, my brother's 4 years older than me, and them times he said, wrestling's fake, man. And I would be like, no way, it's real. You couldn't tell me it was fake. Of course. This is real. This is the realest thing. And I was saying to myself, wow, the people around the front row, you not see it's fake. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is fake. You can see it's fake. I'm sometimes like, wow. But it's whether it's fake or real, the amount of money it's making,
ridiculous. It's generating is crazy.
It's ridiculous. You understand? And people knew it's fake, obviously, and still making all that money. So it just made me think. Boxing, the mafia man in the back in the days, they used to rig the boxing matches. We know this is factual, you understand? So much money involved, so they used to fix boxing matches. We know football, Bruce Grovelar, remember he was fixing matches and all these
Didn't
things.
Juventus at what point get caught for fixing?
Again?
You understand?
Yeah.
Twice.
So, and my mind just had to wire, like, wow, okay, so much money, these people love money, then they can't satisfy. That's one thing, them man can't satisfy. More money, they just want more and more.
Yeah.
I said, wow, that's fake. The wrestling is fake, but it's portrayed as real, but everyone must have known it was fake anyway, and you're still getting away with it.
Because look at the Chelsea situation with Abramovich. He was allowed to come to this country, make bare P.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden with the Ukraine situation, they're saying, "Oh no, you can't." But bruv, you was making money, or he was feeding you.
Exactly. You're happy,
bag
but
attacks.
now you're making it. Now you just change. And again, it's this little thing that just make me turn off, and I think, you man, this is a bag of scandal business you are dealing with, and it's just lies.
Before we wrap up, let's not forget it's couple season again.
Yeah. Valentine's.
You know, a lot of chocolate.
Valentine's is coming.
You know.
I ain't do nothing.
No? I respect it.
I ain't do nothing. I'm married, bro. Like, respectfully,
careful.
I'm allowed to miss that whole day and do something on the weekend after.
Yeah.
I can move like that still. So love to my wife. She's still gonna get treated. It's all good.
She's 65.
It's calm. I might be working that day. So
I hear you.
Yeah. We keep it moving. But I'm due a steak dinner.
You say Jew?
I'm due a steak dinner.
Oh, I was going to say.
Don't do that.
What's that got to do with... I'm Jew. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But listen, we're going to wrap up the show.
Let's end on some uplifting, like, we should end the shows with some uplifting, like, motivational speech. Like, just like a sentence.
Okay.
Like, your current situation is not your final destination.
I like that. Your current situation is not your final destination. What's the other one we had?
No, just send it there. Don't spoil it. Come on, man.
This is a Fast Food Podcast. You're going to be able to catch us on all DSPs, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Podcast, and iTunes. Don't forget, this episode will be out visually 2 days after the audio episode comes out on our YouTube channel, which is Fast Food Podcast TV. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I want to thank Bushkin for joining us today. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me, brother, man. Love.
It's been a pleasure.
Man. Big up, man.
Listen, we say this to every guest that comes on the show. Don't be a stranger. Mm-hmm. You can phone us anytime and say, Morgs, I want to pass through. We're always here. We do this every fortnight. So it's all love. You know what I mean?
I'll come back.
Just come and chill. Get me?
We won't start the next one how we started this.
I can't let that through
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. But yeah, big up Jojo Montana.
Each and every time.
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
Big up, man. Love.
His name is Drizzy Sakafet Freckles.
His name is Morgan Twerk Franklin Heights.
This has been a Fast Food Podcast. See you in a fortnight. Peace.
On sun. You look up, understand. You're in the dark with the sharks. It's a bloodbath. We got the mics. It's a fight. Had a tough start.